Yeah, man.
That's hot shit right there, man.
So what we gonna do? We gonna dub?
Remember, we want you to be an activist, and don't take our word for it. Look that shit up. Pulley.
Look up something in back check, kind of like cross reference.
Yeah, I should put the.
Hey, look that shit up. That's the name of your show.
Yeah,
that's right. What really drew me in.
Who and what are we gonna complain about tonight?
You are now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? KCE, King Chaka. It is what it is, baby. You really not feeling me? Let me find out. Yo, question my ability. Let me find out. Invest in my enemy. Let me find out. There ain't no telling what you finna see. You finna find out. It's something that enters me. You finna find out. Then exit with energy. You finna find out. Riding flows like centipede. You finna find out. Screw those that's kidding me. Let me find out. Hit the big lips. I'ma call you Bill Bellamy. When you talk your shit, man, really it's killing me. Hit you with my fist and I'ma do it lyrically. Crazy ass brick, so I might do it literally. I'ma do fist till I'm old eating celery. How old is Jay-Z? He gotta be 70. Come to my show or I'ma do it bitterly. Or hit the porn store with a bitch named Beverly. Keep waiting tables, yeah. Spicy means peppery. Or get tattoos and work in the factory. Whatever I do, I'ma do it happily. I'm tired of these rappers too, they do it tackily. That's why I'm here, I'm the shit this year. We gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something you can feel. When shit's fucked up, gon' drop a tear. I'ma pull my pants up, grab another beer. Rap's messed up and I don't have no fear. Attack the chest up, it's a grown man in here. Ask you little chaps, what have you done in the field? Throw your sets up, let them know you're still here. I said you really not feeling me, let me find out. Yo, question my ability, let me find out. Yo, invest in my enemy, let me find out. Ain't no telling what you finna see, you finna find out. Yo, you really not feeling me, let me find out. Yo, question my ability, let me find out. Yo, invest in my enemy, let me find out. Ain't no telling what you finna see, you finna find out. Yeah, bounce, rock, shake, wiggle. We gon' come through and put it in the middle. They calls me fiddler cause I play the fiddle. Checking masters, white pipes, I's a good nigga. Bounce, rock, shake, wiggle. We gon' come through and put it in the middle. They calls me fiddler cause I play the fiddle. Checking masters, white pipes, I's a good nigga. I said you really not feeling me, let me find out. Yo, question my ability, let me find out. Yo, invest in my enemy, yo, let me find out.
You are now tuned in
With Lil G,
to the style
KC, real.
Bambino.
Sit by myself
And I think about my life,
and I think about my past.
I be like my future shine.
Damn, my future shine.
Yeah, my future shine.
Damn, my future shine.
Yeah, my future shine.
When I sit by myself
And I think about my life,
and I think about my past.
I be like my future shine.
Damn, my future shine.
Yeah, my future
Hey,
shine.
damn, my future shine.
Yeah, my future shine. Been building since 96, it's been a trip. Just trying to survive in this bitch. And you wonder why, where I'm from. Every time I turn around, dumber and dumber trying to pull me down. All my niggas screaming, just get up out of H-Town. But I ain't, this is where I make my bank. Plus I got unfinished business with a skank. G's be my witness, I'ma hit hard as a tank. I can't stop Casey the prophet, God of the day. I trust the gang with a case for being fake, for thought hate all of y'all, and I'm willing to eliminate anyone up in my way. Sinning living in the belly of the beast, predator and prey. Either get A, pray you ain't the next nigga on my plate. Hey,
I be like, damn, my future shy. That's why I let all my anger out when I get up on the mic. They say life is what you make it, but shit, that's like rolling dice, man. Let me tell you something, man. Life ain't all night. People be like, man, that's gravy, man, but that shit is right. Let me tell you something, you tell them the truth, they be like, that ain't right. But shit, life is shite, it's like putting up with a fight. If you fuck with me, can't see, we'll punch out your life. When I sit by myself,
and I think about my life,
and I think about my past,
I be like, my future shy.
yeah, my future shy.
Damn, my future shy.
Yeah, my future shy.
Damn, my future shy.
When I sit by myself,
And I think about my life,
and I think about my past,
I be like my future shy.
yeah, my future shy.
Damn, my future shy.
Yeah, my future shy.
Hey, damn, my future shy.
Man, why the hell this house ain't clean, man? Where the food at? Hey, man. Oh my God.
Been working all day. Dang.
Private numbers on the phone.
And it make me wonder.
No meal when I'm home.
It make me wonder.
And you don't even want a bone.
And it make me wonder.
The wrong name when you moan.
And that make me wonder.
Private numbers on the phone.
And it make me wonder.
No meal when I'm home.
And it make me wonder.
And you don't even want a bone.
And it make me wonder.
The wrong name when you moan.
And that make me wonder.
I told my girl to try new things, talk, but she say she ain't into that.
Mine's is internet, she all on the internet.
What you mean, MySpace?
Hell yeah, MySpace. Then she wanna trip when it's chicks in my face.
Blah, 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 etc., etc.
You ain't gon' find nobody better.
But her girlfriend's telling her
She's a princess.
but Chuck, I love her. Should I come to my senses?
Pussy whoop, that vagina got you
No,
senseless.
Chuck, I'm just saying, I'm coming home to new.
Man, I need a blunt. Matter of fact, twist two of them.
She say that house dirty, so I blame it on the poodle.
Ain't clean the bathroom in weeks.
And she won't get pissed off when it's piss on the seat. Private numbers on the phone.
And that make me wonder.
No meal when I'm home.
And that make me wonder.
And you don't even want a bone.
And that make me wonder.
The wrong name when you moan.
And that make me wonder.
Private numbers on the phone.
And it make me wonder.
No meal when I'm home.
And it make me wonder.
And you don't even want a bone.
And that make me wonder.
The wrong name when you moan.
And that make me wonder. Tossing in the bed, strange thoughts in my head.
What you think, she cheating?
Nah, I don't know, I ain't give her a reason.
Every time I go to mine's office, her boss just leaving.
Breathing and wheezing like she got asthma.
She just got 3 raises and a brand new plasma.
Mine spend all my money at garage sales.
I was thinking about marriage, buying a ring from Zales.
Why she need $100 just to do her nails?
Man, she won't even salute my little soldier.
Just don't care.
I could swear she bipolar.
She take my Escalade.
Got me driving her Nova.
She bought a 7-Up.
Man, she know I like cola.
Forgot I was born in the month of October.
Man, I'm finna go and tell it that it's over.
Man, I'm finna go and tell her that it's over.
Yes, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be. Stop, Ryan. I'm going to be working so a little late tonight, so could you go home and make sure the kids are in bed and probably have to cook yourself something to eat tonight, so. Okay. Well,
That's what I'm talking about right there. See that? It's a wrap. We done.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? How y'all feel? Remember, we want you to be an activist. Don't take our word for it. Look that mess up. Thank you, God, for this day. We have lived everything in our life, our health, our family, the guidance you have given us, allow us guidance to the path of righteousness. Amen. How y'all feel tonight? Y'all feel good? We're getting back in it. Getting back in it. Back again. You know, doing what we do 3 to 4 nights a week. King Chaka ENT. Y'all can check out the music on Spotify, Apple, and other services. Y'all can check out the audio podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, and other streaming podcast services. You can check out the show on either the King Chaka ENT page or the King Chaka ENT Do page. Those two are on YouTube and they're public. And then you got the 3 Facebook pages because it's the main Facebook page, the artist page, and then there's a group. And then we're also broadcasting live on Rumble and Twitch. So pick one and check the damn show out. How about that? How y'all feel, man? We're just gonna keep on making content for y'all. You know, hopefully it's good. This post says, due to a shortage of robots, some of our staff are human and therefore react unpredictably when abused or under pressure. Pretty funny. It says, when you're chatting to your work buddy at work and your boss comes out of nowhere expecting you to actually be working. Like, bro, we chilling. Telling my sleep paralysis demon jokes so they'll let me wake up. When he no longer talks to you but still watches all your stories. When someone starts asking questions as soon as you clock in. When you in an argument and look to your friend for backup. Me telling a story. Just look at a call from a patient whose B-day was 4/20/1969 and had him repeat it to me 3 times. That's mean. Me looking at my phone waiting for it to stop ringing so I can get back to what I was doing. Yeah, man. Send a text. It's the best way to get through. It is what it is.
Okay, you don't have to press down on it and shove. The licking up. Oh, you just hit. Look, okay, Daryl. The licking is unnecessary. Please stop, Daryl.
And this is how you pet Marvin.
Oh, then say no more. You just how's that, Marvin? Okay, it's a tad aggressive, but your nails are giving me a good scratch. Okay, you don't have to press down on it and shove. The licking up. Oh, you just hit. Look, okay, Daryl. The licking is unnecessary. Please stop, Daryl.
And this is.
I love his voiceovers. They're so great. I want this guy to really blow up like and become like a... He probably already is, little I know. I don't know. But I want him to be big. That guy is really good. This lady, it says, Oklahoma woman high on meth slips off handcuffs and shoots officer with his AR-15.
With the weapon for several minutes, she starts shooting.
Ow! What was that?
Outside the car, deputies' body cameras capturing the bullets flying through the air.
We got shots fired up here. We need backup immediately. Start EMS.
Damn,
Start EMS. Hit. We got a civilian. Hit.
The deputies ducking for cover, left stunned and confused.
What the heck? She get out of her cuffs?
Authorities say Rachel Clay fired 10 shots at the officers last week in Gray County, Oklahoma, southwest of Oklahoma City. A bystander was hit in the chest and 2 deputies grazed.
It took her about 15, 20 minutes to figure out how to operate the gun. She was pushing buttons. I mean, she was frantic.
A 6-hour standoff would follow until Clay finally surrendered. Authorities say Clay was under the influence of drugs and is now facing 3 counts of intent to kill.
The undersheriff there in Grady County, Oklahoma, says that there is a button on the safe that says gun, and you just press it and it unlocks. And that's a measure they're going to change to keep this from happening again. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Dallas.
Wait,
Watch
was
as
she in the
authorities
back
say a
seat?
woman
She's in the
detained
back
in the
seat.
back of an Oklahoma sheriff's car manages to get out of handcuffs, reach around to unlock a gun safe, and pulls out a deputy's AR-15.
How can
After
you reach a
fumbling with
gun
the weapon
safe
for several minutes,
from the
she
back
starts
seat?
shooting.
That dude was like, ow.
What was that?
Outside the car,
That nigga
deputies'
got
body
popped.
cameras capturing the bullets flying through the air.
We got shots fired
couldn't
up
have been
here.
a straight
We need
shot. It had
backup
to be-
immediately. Start
Are you-
EMS. Start EMS.
What
We got a
the fuck?
civilian. Got a civilian hit.
The deputies ducking for cover, left stunned and confused.
What the heck?
What kind of bullets is in that thing?
Get out of her cups.
Authorities say Rachel Clay fired 10 shots at the officers last week in Gray County, Oklahoma, southwest of Oklahoma City. A bystander was hit in the chest and 2 deputies grazed.
It took her about 15, 20 minutes to figure out how to operate the gun. She was pushing buttons. I mean, she was frantic.
A 6-hour
What a
standoff would
crazy
follow.
story. What a crazy story. But this is what I'll say is I don't see this person as a criminal. This person needs help. You know what I'm saying? This person needs mental health help. They're fucking out of there, you know? And nobody, you know, hopefully the people who got hurt didn't get hurt too bad. You know, I look at her as I don't see a real criminal, you know, not that she's white with the racial people out there. It's not because of that. It's because, you know, you make bad decisions when you fucking on drugs. You know what I'm saying? You know, your first bad decision was to smoke some meth, but I'm just saying, you know, you go down a whole rabbit hole of bad decisions. Dang, that dude got popped. He was like, ow. What kind of fucking bullet was that? Yeah, so I don't, you know, this is what we have to do though as a society. We have to realize who's criminals and who aren't. And you deal with real criminals one way, and you deal with people who have like fucking mental health issues and chemical dependencies another way. Homeless people another way. Somebody who's just shoplifting another way. You know, those are not real criminals. So, and then as a society, if we want to make things better, then we have to realize that and deal with them accordingly, you know, and think about what are the triggers, what caused this situation to come about. And first off, how the fuck she gonna reach a fucking gun? What kind of scenario is that? You know, well, I know what all the black people will say is like, how did she make it out of this alive? Oh, look, that's the first caption underneath the thing. It says, and she lived to tell about it. And I ain't gonna lie, you know, as a black person, with all of this stuff I've seen, how easy it is for black people to get killed when they're dealing with the police. It is pretty amazing that she made it out of this alive. Let me read. It says, socialites get into this wild story. An Oklahoma woman who was being detained in the back of a patrol car slipped off her handcuffs, barricaded herself in the car, and proceeded to shoot a deputy with his own AR-15. How embarrassing is that? The incident occurred just outside of Oklahoma City and involved 36-year-old Rachel Zion Clay. Damn, her whole ass government. She was initially detained for erratic behavior and was not going to be arrested. However, while in the back seat of the police car, she set herself free and found a switch to unlock and retrieve an assault rifle. While barricading herself in the car, Clay shot at the deputy and civilians nearby. Everyone fortunately sustained non-threatening injuries and have been released from the hospital. Clay is now facing 3 charges of shooting with the intent to kill, and being held on a $1 million bond. Shooting with the intent to kill. It seems like they would have, if it was, this is where the racism comes in right here, because attempted murder of a police officer, you know, attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, freaking mishandling a firearm. I mean, it's a whole list of fucking charges that they could have gave her. So this is them being soft. 3 charges of shooting with the intent to kill. Shooting with the intent to kill, is that a felony? And being held on $1 million bond. So basically, you're not getting out of jail because ain't nobody got the money to get you out. And, you know, we charging you with this kind of soft thing. So, but she probably not going to do that much time. And she will get out and she'll have a badass story to tell her fucking friends. She probably telling this story in jail right now. Everybody is on the edge of their seat listening to this story. It's gonna be like they watching HBO Max. It's gonna have everybody's attention. The CEO's gonna be listening. Everybody gonna be listening. Let me read some comments. This one says, they just sat there being shot at. This country is amazing. It says, on meth with an assault rifle. Didn't fear for their lives yet. I wonder what kind of bullets was in there, because that dude got hit. He was like, ow. It was like, did he get hit by, he had to get hit by something that was like some shrapnel, like some kind of, you know, I don't know, glass or something reflected off of something. It couldn't have just been the straight bullet, because he was just like, ow, like somebody had just like, you know, poked him or something. And then how calm they were. It's like, I guess they just knew she wasn't going to be able to hit them. Maybe it was because of the angle they were. That is funny how calm
there in Grady
they were.
County, Oklahoma, says that there is a
where's
button
Oklahoma?
on the safe that says gun.
Oklahoma is like Texas. They real close to Texas. Like guns and gunshots is like we see it around it. We're around it. We hear it all the time. It's like maybe the sound of the bullets let them know which direction they were going in, and that's the reason why because you know it's hard to see stuff like that in videos.
The AR-15. After fumbling with the weapon for several minutes, she starts shooting.
Ow!
That nigga say,
What
ow.
was that?
Outside the car, deputies' body cameras capturing the bullets flying through the air.
We got shots fired up here. We need backup immediately. Start EMS. Start EMS. We got a civilian. Hit.
The deputies ducking for cover, left stunned and confused.
What the heck?
They all
Get
calm.
out of her cuffs.
Authorities say Rachel
He
Clay
still
fired
got
10
paperwork in his hands and shit. Like he's like, what the heck? She got out of her cuffs? Like, like they don't feel threatened at all. They're like, it's so that's bizarre about this. I ain't gonna lie, but it's I understand that insanity, but because like I'm from the South, so I you know.
Authorities say Clay was under the influence of drugs and is now facing 3 counts of intent to kill. The undersheriff there in Grady County, Oklahoma, says that there is a button on the safe that says gun, and you just press it and it unlocks. And that's a measure they're going to change to keep this from happening again. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Dallas. Watch as authorities say a woman detained in the back of an Oklahoma sheriff's car manages to get out of handcuffs, reach around to unlock a gun safe, and pulls out a deputy's AR-15. After fumbling with the weapon for several minutes, she starts shooting.
It don't even sound like a bullet.
What was that?
Outside the car, deputies' body cameras capturing the bullets flying through the air.
We got shots fired up here. We need backup immediately. Start EMS. Start EMS. We got a civilian. Hit.
Now those
The
sound like
deputies
shots.
ducking for cover, left stunned and confused.
What the heck?
What the heck?
She get out of her cuffs.
Get out of her
Authorities
cuffs.
say Rachel Clay fired 10 shots at the
calm as
officers
hell.
last week in Grady.
I don't see them drawing weapons or nothing. He still got paperwork in his hand and shit. That's hey, I'm moving on. Wait. Let me read a couple comments first. That's crazy. How the hell y'all let her get that fucking gun, bro? Like, I mean, her getting out of the cuffs, whatever. Somebody being able to grab a gun, that is mishandling of a firearm, bro. Did you read the manual? Did you do your safety course? You know how to secure your weapon? Let me read some comments. It says they just sat there being shot at, and this country is amazing. 6 hours and no fatality on an active shooter. That sounds about white. Oh, the irony, somebody says. Hold on. I suck at this. Well, they shoot us for nothing all the time, so. And she's still alive. Oh, wait, her skin is privileged one. Wow, and still alive. Imagine that. I guess all the comments are going to say that. Yeah, I'll wait to hear what Cozy Richie rehab she was sent to. Yeah, she probably not going to do a bunch of time. But these people aren't criminals, so they shouldn't. But see, they just should be fair with this. That's what everybody is screaming, though, because certain people get treated differently, automatically considered to be a criminal. And other people are automatically given the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, the DeLorean is coming out with a new car. I don't have it right here, but it keeps popping up on my line. So I guess they're advertising it a lot. It says, if you're creative and fluid in your approaches, you can actually have anything you want, but not everything you want. Maturity is the ability to reject good alternatives to pursue even better ones. When you are honest about who you are, you learn to stop wanting everything. Okay. It's kind of messy at the beginning, but it cleaned it up at the end. I like. Elderly driver ended up on, like, how did this happen? It says an elderly driver ended up, it's in the mall. Like, how did they get up there? She's like on the second floor of the mall. I don't know what mall this is. Shit, it could be it's not the Galleria, but it could be the Galleria. Everybody is posting that. I am not showing that shit because all this fake shit, all this sensational shit on the internet, I don't condone that shit. So I'm trying to go in a different direction. And that's why my stuff is slow and long and, dry at times, because I'm fighting against the algorithm. I'm fighting against the TikTok culture. I'm fighting against it because you can't learn anything from a freaking 15-second TikTok. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. For you to really know shit, it's going to take some time. So, and for us to understand these topics that we talk about, it's going to take some time to dig through the modes. You can't just freaking lightly touch on it and feel like you did it justice. And so, but the problem is people don't have patience. But that's what you have to pay attention. That's how you learn things. That's how you become God. That's how you become godly. You know. It's some stuff like there's no way you're going to know everything, but some stuff and you know it. You know it because you've taken the time to go through the process of learning that knowledge. It's never given to you. Nobody can just really just teach it to you. No one can really just tell you it. You have to come to your conclusions on your own. And for you to do that, you have to do the work yourself. No one is going to do it for you. Your brain has to learn. You have to learn. No one's it's impossible to be done outside of yourself. But the media, everything is telling you, don't worry, you don't have to know stuff. It's okay. We got you. Just order all your stuff off of Amazon. Just work at this job right here. Just drive in a straight line. Just stop it. When you see red, stop. And, you see green, go. You know what I'm saying? We got you. You good. You don't have to really know anything. You good. But what kind of society or what kind of person would want you to be like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? As a result, you're going to be manipulated. I mean, whether you believe it or not, I mean, you don't want to believe it. You're like, oh, I'm not being manipulated. I'm intelligent. I know a lot of stuff. They can't manipulate me. The whole system is set up for it to be that way. So somebody's getting manipulated. It's everybody but you. It's the person sitting next to you, but it's not you. Like I say, you don't have to think. The red, stop, green, go. We'll tell you what TV shows to watch. We'll tell you what movies to watch. We'll tell you what brands to buy. We got you. You good. No worries. So then, if you think about the Bible and they talk about the tree of knowledge and they talk about Eve and they say, Eve tried to manipulate Adam into eating from the tree of knowledge. So, but the problem I have with that passage is, why would God not want you to eat from the tree of knowledge? It's like, who taught you that you're naked? Who taught you that? Why are you modest? Why do you feel you need to cover up? Who taught you that? So, but I have a problem with that, So this is the flip. It also says in the Bible about, Satan will mislead them. He will make them think that, he said, he told God, I'm gonna make them turn their back on you. and they're going to worship me. Watch and see what I do. You know? So then you think about this, and you think about, you know, I think that God would want you to know, you know, the devil is the one that, Satan would be the one that, you know, in the context of the Bible, would be the one that don't want you to know. That way he can manipulate you better, right? How hard is it to manipulate a person that's aware of things and knows things that you can't just, the CDC says such and such and such. This person works in the field, in that specific field, and been doing research for years, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. The CDC says this, and he knows better. He's like, wait, you know, that's a little bit off. The rest of us, oh, the CDC says such and such and such, so blah, 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 blah. We got to go with that. Those are the experts. They know their shit. So, but, you know, we just got to trust the experts. That's what they tell you. Just trust the experts. Just trust the experts. But what if the experts are bought and sold? What if they're not really experts at all? Maybe, what if they're not even talking to the people that are the actual experts in those respective areas? The people that actually really know the most about that topic. Instead, they go to somebody that knows a little bit about it, but is willing to play ball, you know? And then you get the version of the story that works for, you know, the powers that be, that benefits them. And it keeps you a bit ignorant and malleable. Do you want to be malleable? How you feel about that? How you feel about being malleable? This one says, corporate media mostly mum as U.S. strikes kill at least 20 in Somalia. This is completely under the radar news story, one that was curiously absent from the headlines in all of the major newspapers this morning, wrote one expert after the latest U.S. strike on Somalia. And that's the story. And I know y'all don't care. I know y'all don't care. Cry for Ukraine. I was seeing this and I saw some stories and I kind of wanted to cover it, but I know that the audience doesn't care about these stories. It's so sad. I wonder if they got the story. Wait, allow this pop up. I want to allow the pop up, right? Hold on, let's see. Oh, no, they did it wrong. Whatever. I saw this, and it's been ongoing for the longest, and you're not going to hear about it because they got the freaking lens on Ukraine. There's a whole bunch of other shit going on in the world, but those people just so happen to be of a different culture, of a different hue, on the wrong side of the tracks, if you will. So their plight isn't as important or isn't as sensitive, isn't as like, you know, no reason to cover this in the media, especially given the part how much the United States and NATO has involved in this. But that's a whole nother story. Let me read the comment. Let me read the caption. Hold on. Sorry. I got to drink something. Excuse me. It says, this is the caption underneath this post. It says, conflict monitors on Friday drew attention to a series of U.S. airstrikes in Somalia in recent months. Attacks that have received relatively little attention in the American corporate media, despite having reportedly killed more than 20 people. If you are unaware that we are bombing Somalia, don't feel bad. This is completely under the radar news story, one that was curiously absent from the headlines in all of the major newspapers this morning, wrote Kelly Bucher Vlahos, a senior advisor at the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft. On Wednesday, antiwar.com, Dave DeCamp reported that U.S. African Command launched its second strike on Somalia in a week. African said its initial assessment found the attack, which occurred in Beledweyne and killing 13 fighters belonging to the Al-Qaeda-linked Somalia militia group Al-Shabaab, and that no civilians were harmed. Oh, we just got the bad guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We just got the bad guys. African also said it killed 4 Al-Shabaab members in 3 separate airstrikes near Beledweyne on August 9th, 2 fighters in a joint U.S.-Somali operation near Labi Kus on July 17th, and 5 militants in a June 3rd bombing outside Bir Zani. All of these strikes have taken place since U.S. President Joe Biden approved the redeployment of hundreds of Special Forces troops to Somalia in May, reversing a drawdown from the war-ravaged nation implemented during the administration of former President Donald Trump. Ooh, Pat probably liked to hear that. DCAP noted that Trump's withdrawal from Somalia merely repositions troops in neighboring Djibouti and Kenya, allowing the drone war to continue, but Biden has launched significantly fewer strikes in Somalia compared to his predecessor. Bullshit. Now, the part about them just moving to Djibouti and Kenya, that's true, and using drones, that's true, but they says Biden has launched significantly fewer strikes in Somalia compared to his predecessor. So what is going on? So are we saying it was a drawdown, or are we saying that it's, what are y'all saying? Oh, shit. According to the data from the UK-based monitor group Air Wars, U.S. forces have bombed Somalia at least 16 times during Biden's tenure, killing between 465 and 545 suspected militants. On March 13, a joint U.S. drone in Somalia airstrike killed staggering 200 alleged militants. I know y'all probably... The U.S. military is the biggest terrorist organization on the planet, somebody wrote. And that's the only comment. And the U.S. is a slithering snake in the grass while pretending to be a soaring eagle. That was the other reply comment. Can I go to this story? Can we find this story? U.S. strikes killed 20 in Somalia. It's probably going to pop up a whole bunch of shit. U.S. strikes... Oh. Oh, shit. Give me a second, y'all. U.S. strike kills 20. Why is it doing that? In Somalia. This is why I don't look up stuff live, because it's ugly. I'm doing it right now for y'all. 7 years ago, I knew that was gonna happen. 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 4 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 weeks ago. Here we go. So, oh wait, no, this is the one where they were talking about, because this did catch the news. But what about the 200? Oh, I think it was 200. Let me take out the number. $7 years ago, 2 years ago, it keeps popping up. But see, there you go. There's your evidence right there. I do like to read headlines. I do it all the time. Let's just read this list of headlines, okay? This is CBS News 7 years ago. U.S. drone strike kills wanted terrorists in Somalia. Here's another one. This one is Vice News. U.S. strikes are killing civilians in Somalia 2 years ago. Here's another headline. U.S. airstrike in Somalia killed civilians. That's 3 years ago, and this is TRT World. Next one. U.S. airstrike kills 70 Al-Shabaab militants in Somalia 3 years ago. This is CGTN Africa. U.S. soldier killed in terror attack in Somalia 4 years ago. This is CBS. Inside the U.S. war on terror in Somalia 1 year ago. Vice News. U.S. launches airstrike in Somalia. Several terrorists killed 4 years ago. CGTN. U.S. airstrike kills 60 Al-Shabaab members in Somalia 3 years ago. TRT World. U.S. claims airstrike in Somalia kills 100 militants. Claims they killed 100 militants. 4 years ago, CGTN Africa. U.S. airstrikes target Al-Shabaab militants in Somalia. 5 years ago, ABC News. 2 weeks ago, okay, this is the one. U.S. drone strikes kills Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Sawahi in Kabul. That's PBS NewsHour 2 weeks ago. Anyways, like I said, the overall you just got was the headlines from these different, from me typing in this particular search, and these were the top searches. U.S. strike kills in Somalia was the search. So, you know, what is the narrative here? And then it's like you talk about a war ongoing. We talk about Ukraine all the time. How long has the U.S. been striking militant targets in Somalia? We got one here from 7 years ago. I think that's the oldest one out of this list. It's the first one that pops up. Whatever. I guess it's Friday night and y'all partying and having fun. I guess I'm wasting my time, huh? Maybe. You know, some people watch these back, and I do audio clips of them. So I want to move on. I don't know where the hell everybody is. This one. Faces backlash over selling clothes in trash bags, forcing customers to dig through to find their size. And I be saying, man, I like to say Kanye be trolling. Kanye trolls all the time in different ways. Let me read the caption. It says, "Oh, I fucks with Kanye on this one. He's a true artist. I'm an artist myself. Art is up for interpretation. This piece says to me, yeah, y'all dig through these trash bags for this high-priced trash with someone else's name on it. I'll call this piece, Look at Us. Apparently, I'm the only one that sees Zoolander 1 and 2. I love those movies. So hilarious to me. Hans, he's really hot right now. It's like, Merman, Dad, Merman. Let me read some more. Mugutu, let me show you derelict. It is a fashion, a way of life inspired by the very homeless, the vagrants, the crack whores that make this wonderful city so unique. Kanye West is facing controversy over selling his expensive clothes in trash bags, forcing customers to dig through it to find the perfect fit. The Yeezy Gap items are engineered by Balenciaga and are far from cheap. RadarOnline.com can confirm with the Dove hoodie selling for $240, sateen cargo pants going for $220, and women's long sleeve bodysuit going for $300. Let me see. He's trolling y'all. The shirts are around $60 and go up from there. After paying a visit to their local store, one shocked customer took to social media to gripe about the less than aesthetic display of their tweet went viral. And this is how they are selling Yeezy Gap. It read, showing massive piles of clothes spilling out over the bags. The sales associate said, Ye got mad when he saw they had it on hangers, and this is how he wanted it. They won't help you find your size, too. You just have to just dig through everything. Balenciaga and Kanye's fetish with the homeless as fashion muses. It's everything that is wrong with billionaires, one tweeted in response. They no longer see the plight of people. They don't see humans that are suffering. They see opportunities to be edgy and profit from it. It's disgusting. Backlash from after Ye resurfaced, oh, snap, on social media with a message about his style muse. Look to the children, look to the homeless as the biggest inspiration for all design, he wrote. Yeah, I don't think y'all get him at all. Y'all don't get him. Kanye, he got y'all. If you go buy that shit, if you go over there and you buy that shit, that's Kanye done trolled the shit out of you. He got you digging through a trash bag for your freaking trashy ass clothes. Bro, it's a joke. And you're the joke. This one, it says the teacher shortage is so bad that some districts in Texas are cutting back to 4-day weeks. Florida is asking veterans with no teaching experience to get in the classroom, and Arizona is now having college kids teach classes. Where are the outcry about the defunding of education? Great question, the caption says. Comments, it says, Christian nationalism is the goal. The collapse of the public education system is just one step towards it. Vote blue. I don't know about the vote blue part, but why are Republicans trying to destroy this country? I don't know why you think it's the Republicans only. Yet the Brandon administration has given Ukraine millions of dollars. All red states, shocking. This was always their goal. Oklahoma has been down to 4-day weeks in some districts for years. All red states, shocking. Hate to see if we have a critically shortage of doctors and nurses. There's no outcry because defunding public education has been the goal for many decades. I taught special education at the elementary level for over 30 years. I loved my job. I loved the kids. I loved helping families. I retired in June. I never once in my 30 years saw an outcry from any administration for meaningful change and adequate care and compensation for teachers, even when active shooter drills and COVID protocols became part of the job. We were expected to merely soldier on. As a nation, we completely ignored teachers throughout my entire career, and we're now paying the consequences. I'm telling you, man, we got a nation of idiots. They don't know nothing. Another comment, it says, absolutely, but also, would you want to be a teacher in Florida or Texas? That must be a nightmare. DeVos, that's all you need to know where they are trying to get to. Telling y'all, if y'all don't know who she is, look her up. Exactly, although it's not really a shortage, it's the underpaid, overworked, undersourced, overexploited, heavily vilified, and toxic workplace that has driven out so many. They realize there are other options. More closely defund the governors. They say they like the uneducated out loud. Pay attention. They literally tell you their plans. Social Security, taxes on people making less than $50,000, etc. Pay them proper wages. The U.S. is third in the world in per student spending for education. There is no defunding of education. Where's the money going? It's almost like education is something vital to the future of our nation and should be cherished, and teachers should be paid much better. They don't want to educate because if their supporters got educated, they'd realize they'd been had. Their God Trump wants to get rid of the Department of Education, and the audience cheered. Oh man, it's a crazy world we live in right now, man. Those were the comments underneath there. I need a break from my freaking voice. I've been talking a lot, so I'm gonna play a video. What do I have? This one. Am I sharing?
Come on in, your family. Let's talk about it. Peace, blessings, and love. Peace, blessings, and love, my sister, Darius Matthews, Neil Bass, Cali, Mississippi. What's up, 7? Clinton White. Huh. Mother of Ingham. October Skies. Courtney Cook. Antoinette B. Elizabeth John. Washer right now, so I decided to do this live stream Hope the mosquitoes stay away. Natasha Burnett, Jawari D. King, Fly C. Peace, blessings, and love, family. Shalom, shalom. Y'all was gonna do a Aretha Franklin thing, but we're gonna do that tomorrow night. A tribute. Because I want to make that a long video. This live stream gonna be pretty short, but I'm going in on it. Sam A, Stacy McLean, Hi Numas. Thank you very much, Mother of y'all see the title up there, Octavius Logan, Cat Spirit. I would have kicked their ass myself. What kind of niggas them is? What kind of brothers that is? I know a lot of our sisters do some foolish things, but you see all races protect their women. You let a black man whoop up on a white woman and see where his fucking ass gonna be at. That's right. We are not, we the sad men, most of us. Because I wouldn't stand for that shit. Ain't nowhere in the world I could stand there and watch some squink-eyed motherfucker beat up on my woman, regardless of what the situation is. What I say about my woman, I'm talking about all black women. All black women, all brothers, and all children is mine. We are all one. And they got a lot of these brothers ain't shit. And they do it in their own neighborhood. Domestic violence in the black neighborhood is outrageous. Pedophilism in the black neighborhood is outrageous. But yet we call ourselves men. And they got fucking animals protect their goddamn young ones. Animals. That's right, original for life. And we stand up there taking motherfucking pictures of somebody whipping on your woman, got it all over the fucking world. And yet, a couple of months ago, they was making videos talking about slavery was a choice and our people was cowards. Well, what in the fuck you is then, niggas? What in the fuck you is right now? Letting people whip up on your women and this, that, and the other. What you is right now? You ain't no fucking protector. And I don't want no motherfucker to, oh yeah, they all are simp my ass, nigga. Be a real nigga. Be a real man. Protect your own. This shit would never go on in no other race. You wouldn't see no motherfucker black man go in the Asian neighborhood and whip up on one of them and stand up there and take a goddamn picture. And I've been seeing this shit too regular. Nobody stand up and being a fucking man. Call yourself a fucking man. You ain't shit, nigga. You're a fucking hoe. That's right. Because a real man ain't gonna let nothing like that happen. Not in this life and the next one either. It's a goddamn shame we don't have no protectors. That's what you're supposed to be, a provider and a protector. The woman is the nurturer. That's right. That's why the black neighborhood is in cahoots or in dire straits right now. Because they ain't got no real men. That's right. That's why we in the condition we're in now. And you want to talk about your ancestors was cowards. No, you niggas cowards. A lot of them. Not all. Because I know good and damn well I ain't none. And I wouldn't stand for no shit like that. I would never stand up there and see some white man, some Asian, or Arab whip up on my sisters. That's right. Because there's too much shit going on right now. And if we don't straighten it out, we all gonna be fucking doomed. Because the whole world looking at it. The whole world looking at us, black man. The whole world is looking at us. Not protecting our women, not protecting our family, not doing the right thing to be a protector and a provider. It's a goddamn shame. It's a fucking disgrace. Whether you like it or not, I don't give a fuck. And this shit keep going on, all us gonna get eliminated. You're already saying you're cowards. You is a fucking coward. Anytime you gonna stand there and let some squink-eyed motherfucker from somewhere else beat up on your woman, then you gonna stand there and talk about, I would have kicked her ass worse than that. Can you imagine that? Somebody saying something like that? Because he a coward, he a hoe. He ain't no fucking real man. We gotta change that motherfucking narrative. We gotta change that attitude. That's right, family. Gotta change it. It must be changed. And it must be changed now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Cause this shit ain't gonna get no better. It ain't gonna never get no better. If we don't stand up and be men, real protectors, real providers, and start uniting and have families, whether anybody like it or not, I really don't care.
Okay. If y'all could understand him, I think he was making a good point. I want to go back to it and see what the comments are like. But I had to close it because the screen was doing something weird. But at the very least, it's pretty funny, huh? I don't know why that popped up on my timeline at all. And I only saw a little clip of the beginning of it. The most of it I watched was just now. And I was like, that's interesting. I think I can use it for the show. I had no idea exactly what his point was. Hold on, let me see. I want to go back to the video and see the comments. See if we got some comments. Because he got some good point. He has a good point, you know, as far as protecting each other and being a part of a community, and the men protecting. Why did he keep saying mans? That part kind of bothered me. The men's, but you know, yeah, you know. So you have the masculine, you have the feminine, you have the, you know, you have the order, you have the chaos. You know, people, you have to. Everybody has to play their role. You know what I'm saying, for the balance of the universe. So, you know, the man is protecting the woman from danger because she's precious. She has eggs. So, and keeping the children safe. That's another thing he mentioned earlier in the video. It was like, y'all don't even do that. He said animals do that. It's like, that's simple. That's like basic bottom. Like, what is going on out here? What's happening in the community where we're not protecting women? We're not protecting children. We don't care. Like, regardless of what happened, regardless of the pressures of society, regardless of the situation, you know, that's what we're here for. Like, if we're not doing that, what the hell are we doing? Like, we want them to play their role, then we got to play ours. Do you want them to do their job? We got to do our job.
Yo.
What up, Deuce? How you feel, man?
Shit, bro, I feel pretty good, man.
Did you hear any old school talking just a minute ago?
Nah, man, I just came in, bro. Yeah,
okay.
Kind of. Yeah, man, shit, yeah. Sorry about the past couple of nights, man. Hadn't been able to come in. I ain't able to come in, bro. Like, the company I'm with, man, they crack down on us, so not gonna be able to not. They don't want me using my phone, using our phones and Bluetooth devices in our ear. It's a policy of theirs, and now if you get caught, it's an automatic suspension.
Damn. That's fucked up.
I just called to say,
bro. What up?
What's going on, fam?
Oh man, ain't shit.
What's the deal?
Ain't shit, bro. We're just giving Chaka some new latest news.
Oh, what I missed?
He can't use his Bluetooth at the job no more. They cracking down on it.
Shit, they'll kiss my ass.
Yeah, they don't want us on our phones or anything, bro. They talking, you know. And the crazy thing is, all the companies that do what we do, because I did a couple of on the phone interviews today with a couple of other ones that do the same line of work I do. They pretty much got the same policies. My company, my manager talking about they still haven't approved it yet. They've been going back and forth with it in corporate, but I don't know if it's gonna ever change.
Yeah, because it sounds like that will be something that won't last. You know how like management always try to do something that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like one of them things that they'll try to implement and it just won't work out.
It's been in effect, dude, but they just been letting us slide with it.
They haven't enforced it.
Yeah, they've been letting us slide with it, but too many people getting caught on the phone and shit. So on the cameras that's in the truck.
Yeah, see, my thing is like, okay, look, I'm away from my family all week long. Y'all have no idea what I'm, you know what I'm saying? Even if y'all used to, like, you know, you still out of touch of, like, maybe you got problems at home or had problems at home that if you know what I'm saying, you need to address, and for whatever reason, no matter what time of day it is, like, you just need to do it. Like, I'm still a daddy no matter what clock I'm on. I'm still a husband no matter who clock I'm on. So, you know, if you know what I'm saying, if I'm doing something dangerous, if you know, if I've done something that's, you know, endangered my own life or others, okay, reprimand me. But if it's just because, you know what I'm saying, somebody else screwed up, nah. You know.
Yeah, I don't understand why these companies, you know, and like I say, it's just these companies that do that, bro. Like with what I do with hauling atmospheric gas, and you know what I'm saying, it's just them. Like I pulled chemicals before. I ain't ever worked for no company. You know, most companies just tell you because it's a requirement. It's a federal law that you have to be hands free, which is a Bluetooth headset.
Yeah.
But they took it the extra mile and like, nah, no cell phones in a company vehicle.
Well, see,
no cell phone use while driving.
See, but that's the thing. That's gonna cause that could cause bigger problems because, like, okay, you could lose employees because, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I need to be able to be in touch with if my son, anytime my son called, I don't care what the hell I'm doing. I'm answering the phone. I don't give a damn. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh yeah, really, son? Okay, well, you know, try this and that and blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
yeah,
my family ain't gonna change, but this job can. So it's up to y'all.
That's why I say
y'all gonna make it easy for me to be here working with you guys, or you're not. You know.
That's why I say I think it's one of them things that are probably they're gonna try to implement and enforce it for a while, and then they're gonna at some point they're gonna have to back off of it because it's just not gonna. I don't, you know, this is me.
Yeah, it been like I say, bro. Like it's been in effect. It's been in effect for years. You know what I'm saying? Like from the way my supervisor explained it, like, you know, they're being lenient by saying if you get caught, you're gonna get, you know, I guess they're gonna suspend you from work for like a week or whatever, right? Whereas it used to be if you got caught on the phone, you were terminated. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts. The camera caught you on the phone, safety got it. They call you in, pretty much tell you to meet them at the gate. Don't come inside the plant. Hand them over your shit. You were done because you were on the phone. It used to be no questions asked, but because they're trying, they've been fighting to try to get this policy changed within the company because they can't get drivers because of that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have people that want to do what I do, run the 6 days. You know, guys are willing to do it running local, but they're not willing to be away from the home because it's like, nah, bro, I can't talk on the phone. I don't smoke, but y'all don't want me to vape. I can't vape in the truck either. Like, I'm supposed to pull over every time I feel the need to take a hit off of my vape. So
Well, I'm gonna
people
tell you,
quitting.
and see, that's one of the things that either they need to be reminded of, because I mean, when like, regardless of what we're doing, like, life is politics. So I mean, you know, when y'all stand together, y'all are stronger together. So one person gets suspended for having a headset or whatever, shit, suspend yourself for a day. Like,
Yeah.
try to get everybody else to suspend themselves for that day.
I think it's part of the pinch, bro. This is part of the pinch. And then they trying to pinch. They've been trying to pinch y'all in different ways, all kinds of ways. And this, I think that the IRS thing with the taxes is coming at y'all too.
Well,
truck drivers.
Well, truck drivers. Because I mean, well, you already know, I'm exempt. So
I just
they
need
don't
to
have
go
no reason to
bread
come
up
after
so I
me.
can go get my own truck again, man. Shit.
Yeah. It's the pinch. They're pinching. They're pinching everybody. It's the big pinch, you know? It's like the whip, you know? Y'all getting too happy. Y'all got too fancy. Y'all not like, don't be having too much fun now. You know what I'm saying? It's like the joke, the Paul Mooney joke where he say black people can't have too much fun. He say if black people had too much fun, some white people gonna show up and be like, yeah, y'all calm that down now. So but that joke is like that represents it because it's like, but it's not a racial thing. It's like the society, like they just want to whip you back into shape. Like y'all getting a little beside yourself.
Yeah, it's the control, and that's really where it comes down to. I mean, whoever this owner is, if this was the 1800s, 1700s, he would be a slave master because like he just wants to be able to control every little thing about your life, regardless of how safe you are. You have no accidents. You have no reason for them to make this a problem. But you know, now, and most of the time when they make rules like that, it's because of the insurance company.
Yeah.
And I guess the more things that they restrict,
they make it's
the
money.
Drivers,
they
it's
got
less. Or they get charged, less money. You know,
right?
So they don't.
So they saving money every year. So
But
basically, it's like making
I
money.
don't get it with these motherfuckers though, because this company here is self-insured for the first 3 mil, so they cover themselves for up to the first 3 million.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, I mean, all right. Regardless, I mean, if it's not that, and it's just more of a control thing, I mean, maybe they need to be reminded who really should run the show.
I think the result is the same either way, and they would probably use that as an excuse, but it's the result is still the same. But I think you're right. It's probably the insurance. They're looking at the bottom line. They're squeezing some more money out of the situation. Yeah. Push those profits. They're like the cop because you're saying that they pay up front, but they probably have a sub insurance or whatever, or overall insurance or whatever. And as far as the drivers, all of the drivers together have fewer wrecks. Like they probably did some math on this shit and they presented it as like all the drivers have fewer wrecks if they don't not on their phone. So therefore, if you make sure that they're not on their phone, then you know whatever money
But they ain't stopping nobody. That's the thing. Like people just gonna sneak more. They're gonna find a way to get around it. Try to make sure you don't get seen doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's mostly what people gonna do. So honestly, so that people don't have to feel like, okay, like, I don't know, bro. That's probably why God never sent me to like companies that's like that. Is because like I don't believe in shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I just
it's some bullshit, bro. And like I said, I ain't gonna lie. Like my boss, like he done been giving me pass. Like he was like, yeah, I see what the headset, but you don't use no phone. Because the safety guy was like, yeah, he was on the phone. My boss was like, nah, he ain't on the phone. He was, he don't use the phone, listening to music, team truck. But unfortunately, and see, I used to have that little smaller headset that I could put on my left ear. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't really see that on me, see me with no headset on. But I ended up switching and getting a Blue Parrot because of doing the podcast. Y'all used to have trouble hearing me a lot with those other little smaller headsets. They don't block out the background noise of the truck enough. You know, uh, it just don't really work for what we're doing on here.
Yeah.
Trying to be a part of the live show.
You said Blue Parrot?
Yeah, I have Blue Parrot. I got the over the head Blue Parrot. Those are usually the only ones that I've bought several other ones. I've bought Blue Tigers. I've bought Road Pros. And Blue Parrot seems to be the best overall.
Oh yeah, that's all I buy. I've tried them all over the years, and I started out with a Blue Parrot, and I'm gonna end it out with a Blue Parrot.
Bro, my first Blue Parrot I ever bought, man, I bought that sucker when I first got on the road back in like 08. When I first, because I started driving locally. I couldn't go across state lines till I was 21. So like 08, 09, when I started driving full time over the road, I bought my first Blue Parrot, dude, and I didn't have to replace that joker until like 2016, 2015, I think it was. That's how long that sucker lasts, bro. They expensive, but they good quality.
Oh yeah.
Good headsets.
Yeah, man, but that sucks. That sucks. They cracking the whip on you, bro. I feel your pain. And it seemed like it got Pat all emotional too.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's hard to burn off.
I'm ready to do something.
It's hard to burn off, man, because it's like, I got a friend of mine that recommended me to his company, Hauling Chemicals, and they don't mind us using the phone. He gave me the number, so I said I was gonna call and holler at him and see what kind of bread they talking about. But really and truly, it's kind of hard to move around because they the highest paid in the game, and I don't have to live my life on the road like I used to. I'm gone 6 days. Last year I was with them for 10 and a half months, and I grossed like 113,000. Well, actually, I grossed 125,000 if you include 401k, pension, and what they paid in on my insurance. So it was like 100 for 10 months of work. I grossed
and they know this. That's why it's the pinch, because after the pandemic happened and they was giving up that money and people didn't want to come back to work and shit, I noticed that afterwards it's like they're like, okay, these people are desperate. They have to come back to work. So pinch them. You know what I'm saying? schedule more, hire extra people and pay them less and all kind of shit.
Yeah, they kind of the highest paid, and it's like
we need them out. No, we need them out in the world so they can catch some of the shit we gonna throw at them, these sicknesses and shit. And the more they count on these jobs, because I mean, if everybody moves to doing home-based businesses or working some job from home, and like it's like who gonna make me take a shot? You know what I'm saying? That's that's what a lot of people who are actually like actual citizens, where they changed the law, or cause I mean, really, it's really against the the Constitution to really mandate shit like that. But a lot of people don't really know that, so they'll rather go and say fuck it and find something where they don't they don't need a job, where they don't have to take no shots, they ain't got to take no drug tests, they ain't got to do all these different things, like, you know what I'm saying, they do everything and just sitting at home, like.
Yeah, bro, I want so badly to get this whole e-commerce thing going, man. You know, because that's what I was talking to my wife about it. You know, but my wife, she one of them. She she moved like really she there. If I don't do it first, it's not gone. You know, so but like I was talking to her about it, man. Like, it's gonna take some bread to get it going, to get your inventory and stuff up. But I was talking, it ain't no get rich quick or nothing like that, but something. Yeah, I was
Well,
looking into that, but I just got to get
there's
all my shit lined out. That's what I've been
what
trying to do.
yeah, there's some stuff that I was looking at, this guy that's teaching a course on, like, you don't have to do none of like the drop shipping, you don't take care of no inventory, all you do is just like pretty much when you get the orders, they send you the orders, they pay you, you make your you know what I'm saying, like you make the order and you just send them whatever, and the rest of the money is just in your account. Like it's supposed, like it's all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk some more, because I can send you what I get, because really I probably need to send it in an email. But
Yeah.
there's different things that I've been looking at as well, where I would really like, I would set it up and then I would hire somebody or get somebody, train them to do a certain job, do the orders for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Like I say, I like doing this. This job was a savior for me, man, coming out my truck. But like I was telling them, I'm like, man, I'm ready to get back into my truck. I know right now, I can't say right now it's not a good time, because I feel like a lot of it depends on your hustle and your experience out here. So I got chemical experience. Anybody will pick me up. Like I say, I could leave there today and go somewhere right now. Like I have a job immediately because of my record. Because grace of God, my record is impeccable. But you go somewhere that the bread may not necessarily be there. They may
Yeah.
have work, but
That's the pinch. That's what I'm saying. That's the pinch, because, that's what I mean. Because they know this. Like, I'm sure your company knows this. They know
Well,
this. They like, these niggas
I'm the
gotta.
type.
They
I'm a
gotta.
person like that.
Go ahead.
Well, no, well, I'm sorry to interrupt you like that, but like the way I see it, a lot of times it's really not more beneficial to go somewhere else. Like the grass is usually not any greener.
Right.
You probably can get some things relaxed, but at the same time, like talk to somebody that you cool with at the job, where it's like, hey man, look, I know what y'all saying and doing to everybody else, whatever, but bro, that's how I make it. That's and say, hey, look, look, if it's not something y'all can deal with, okay, all right, that's fine. I'll start looking for my own, for another place to go, blah blah blah. And if they fire you, then you just gonna get you some free money for a couple of weeks. But either way, I would find somebody that's you kind of trustworthy with, and just like find a way to be able to still do what you do. What makes you, what I'm saying? Because that's the main thing about it.
I think that they will make it. They're looking for people to make an example out of for this. So
You
I
think?
think that's what they're gonna do. Like if they're gonna, because they mentioning it and they're cracking down on it, and they y'all probably had meetings. They sent emails or something or whatever, and so then it's like, okay, well, we told y'all, we was gonna do this, so boom, we got to make an example of somebody.
yeah. Yeah, as long as they suspend
Well,
me after the first of the month when I got my rent paid, fuck it, I'll take a week off. Like,
Little
yeah,
vacation.
yeah, bro. But nah, it's just like I say. I'm gonna see what come of it. You know, it's like it's one of them things. You don't just, that we didn't had a couple of people. We didn't already lost like 3 sets of teams already, because of this shit. So
Oh, really? Yeah.
yeah. We didn't lost 3 sets. Like the
So how
new
many
people
do they
coming in the
want?
door, they cracking down on them, and like it's hurting them. It's really it's hurting them. But here's the thing, bro. It's been like that. So they lose people all the time. So at the end of the day, they like, okay, well, these people quit. Well, you know what? We got applications
And
that's
and
sitting
like
in
I
here, and we
say,
gonna call
that's
these
another
people here
that's
and
another
and
part of the
hire them
pinch
and
because you
see
could
how
pay
long they
them
gonna stay.
because you could pay them less because the people that's got the experience like you, they gotta pay you. Some dude that's green that they just trained and he don't even know how the game go or how much he could possibly be making. They're gonna lowball him off top.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. It's the pinch. So fucked up.
Yeah, bro. It's just one of them things. But like I say, I see Blue Parrot about Blue Parrot makes one of those smaller headsets, and what I may just do is cut my talking way down to a minimum, and then like when the show come on, I just use that little small Blue Parrot. You know, hopefully
Man.
it'll work good, and just
Shit.
bear with me.
Don't get in trouble for this show, bro. Shit. Fucking look, did y'all hear about the World Health Organization changing the name of monkeypox?
To what?
It's like some technical name now, like, but I can't even remember. But I just think it's interesting because it's making the internet kind of go some kind of way because the conservative crowd is saying, oh, the liberals are just changing the name of everything. They're all sensitive. Um, but I was saying that I felt like monkeypox was racist, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying that it's like it has impact. People are killing animals and shit. I want to play this video, but I can't because this is Bo, the Fifth Column, and I watched his video on the topic, and that's what made me think about it. But let me read the comments underneath it, and maybe that'll help. It says, one of the comments, it says, in Brazil, several monkeys were poisoned to death because people thought those animals transmitted the disease to humans. It says, good call by the World Health Organization, IMO. That sounds like somebody who's... Anyways, let me read another comment. It says, interesting side note, monkeypox was initially found in monkeys, but it turns out to have originated in rodents and probably should have been named squirrelpox under the old scheme if they had found the root sooner. Point is that the old naming convention was really rather lazy and led to a lot of misconceptions. So the point is that they're not just changing monkeypox, they're going to change the name of a lot of those diseases. The ones that have like the names of animals and shit in it, they're changing it to like the pathogen and it's the pathogen and the symptoms, some shit like that. That's how they're going to make the names.
Well, monkeypox was like dead back in the 1950s, right?
What do you mean?
The first time that monkeypox came about, like this is a resurgent, but it's really
it went away. Yeah, it went away. Yeah.
Yeah, like right. It didn't have any effect on humans at all until they recreated it back in 2016, but they took and smallpox was pretty much dead too. Like nobody was getting smallpox, but what they did was they took high levels of smallpox and put them into monkeys, and now where monkeys can pass it on to humans, and they said it's through droplets, like breathing air and all kind of different little stuff like that, like just being in the area with that animal or even a person who has it. But all this stuff, it was like they did it on purpose. Like it's not accidental at all. So I mean, they've already made it, like they the ones that put the whole burden on these monkeys. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all remember at the beginning of this year, they had a wreck. It was an accident that happened with about 100 monkeys on a truck or something, and some of them got loose. But then they ended up finding them all, and they got them back to where they was supposed to go. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
remember
much.
that shit. Wasn't that like in New Jersey or somewhere?
I think it was in Pennsylvania, but yeah, maybe it was near Jersey. I remember them saying Pennsylvania where the accident happened. But either way, like
The shit is nuts, bro.
yeah, it really
Shit
is.
nuts.
Let me read some comments and then y'all make comments. These are the comments kind of explaining Bo's video, which I can't play, but let me play. I'm gonna read like 4 comments right quick. It says, "There's also the fact that naming something after where it comes from is super hard when knowing where it came from is the last thing we really learn." They're talking about how we name these diseases. Another comment, it says, "Not to mention it could deceive a person to think that, for example, the West Nile disease could only be obtained if you're there geographically, which may or may not be true, especially with how easy it is to travel and how many people travel." They're just showing how it's confusion. This comment right here breaks it down. Let me see. It says, "My favorite dumb name story is syphilis. Inhabitants of today's Italy, Germany, and United Kingdom named syphilis the French disease. The French named it the Napolitan disease. The Russians assigned the name of Polish disease. The Polish called it the German disease. The Danish, the Portuguese, and the inhabitants of northern Africa named it the Spanish Castilian disease, and the Turks coined the term Christian disease. Moreover, in northern India, the Muslim blamed the Hindu for the outbreak of the affliction. However, the Hindu blamed the Muslims, and in the end, everyone blamed the Europeans. I stole that particular write-up from a real story."
That's very interesting. I mean, I guess in most cases people do villainize those who are, like the opposite of them. They're polar opposites to some extent. But I don't know, man. I guess that's very human, shall I say? That's kind of bullshit we do. But I think it should be linked more to the either the the symptoms or the the cause, like something that that gives you some form of awareness. But like calling something just fucking Spanish flu, I think that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's that nigga disease. It's that
You
the
know,
brown people disease.
yeah, I mean, because it don't bother me with no monkeypox. I mean, shit. Only people who really think of themselves as a monkey, I can only see really getting upset about the shit. And I don't think monkeys are pissed off about it. But okay, I mean, hey, if you need to change it, just change it. I don't give a fuck. I mean, but you saying that they're doing harm to other animals because of the name?
Right.
But see, that's the thing. Like, the monkeys are not in the lab creating this shit like that. Like, you really should be upset with humans, and you maybe start calling it fucking the Brad disease.
Yeah, but you know how dumb people are. They go out and kill monkeys, and maybe they think they're gonna stop the spread of monkeypox or something.
I mean, to me, that's totally insane. Like, I mean, I would probably want to stay away from monkeys. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I go chase down a monkey that I might be able to contract the disease from to make a point that's gonna be pointless?
When you're thinking logically, Pat, you know what I'm saying? You can't expect everybody to think logically.
It's fucking bro. Like, it hurts sometimes, bro. Like, sometimes I want to just sit in the corner and cry because it's just like so alone.
That's how I feel too, man. I feel the same way. It's so crazy. Like so alone. Freaking logical thinking is not what people be on, man. They're not on that. They like monkeypox. Kill the monkeys. Kill all the monkeys. Shit, that should take care of the problem right there. See, the problem is it's too many damn monkeys.
Oh my god! You want to get rid of the pox? You get rid of the monkey.
Motherfuckers are crazy for real. Like that.
I mean, that's like 1 + 1.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what though? I wonder why every time there's a disease, like bro, there has to be like a true hate for monkeys. Because anytime there's a disease that originates or derive of anything monkey, people are willing to automatically start killing. But motherfuckers wasn't going around cow tipping and blowing cows' heads off and shit when we had the mad cow disease going around. Motherfuckers was stocking up on steaks and shit.
Still shopping. They was killing birds when they had the bird flu, people was killing.
But that's the thing. But
like
no,
they'll do that shit.
But look, you kind of said it. I mean, because it's like they're not gonna go kill off something that they know they like to eat. Because I mean, they want to preserve it still to some extent, even if it is fucked up. But a monkey, like most motherfuckers, ain't trying to eat a monkey, so they don't give a fuck. Like, get rid of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Like,
that's
why
how
we even have them. It's like, why they even exist? Shit. We don't even
like.
need them.
I mean, shit. We've been hearing about chicken pox for since we was kids, and shit, motherfuckers still ain't
Every Sunday. Every Sunday.
They ain't trying to extinct them.
Every Sunday they're eating fried chicken or smothered chicken or baked chicken.
Hey, we all
barbecue
black in here.
chicken.
We all black in here. When there's a wedding or a funeral and the funds are limited, what's the first thing they do? They either barbecue some chicken, fry some chicken, and make a big ass plethora of pans of fucking spaghetti.
And you know what's crazy about that is that ain't nobody gonna be mad either. Like if you know what I'm saying, it's a whole bunch of chicken.
And then if you have that down, what we call it, my wife, her friend at work, she's a white chick. She cool as fuck. She was like, and she married to a black dude. She talking about, man, I tell you what, ain't nothing like that good old funeral cake. You know what I'm talking about? That store-bought motherfucker that be that marble cake, vanilla chocolate cake.
Oh no! Oh hell! But no, that's disrespectful, bro. Like where I'm from, like because we
homemade cake.
Yes, and my mama is one of the first one. Like people are addicted to my mama's cake. Like she got this pound cake that she make. She got different kinds of variations.
I need. What part of the country you say you live? Your mama live at?
She live in Louisiana. She live in Baton Rouge.
I love a good old man. Ooh, Lord, can she make a red velvet cake with real cream cheese icing on that motherfucker?
Well, no, the glaze that she makes for hers is a lemon glaze, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, say, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's gangster as hell. But you know what I'm saying, like people kind of look at it disrespectful. You bring them a fucking Walmart cake or a Dixie cake or something. They accept it, but that's the one they put out there for everybody. But the one that like my mama make, shit, they as soon as it come through the door, we're gonna put this up. What can I put it? Like they trying to hide it from everybody else when they come.
Always got that one family member, them one or two family members. Them motherfuckers haul off everything from the repast and the damn reception.
Cut half the cake and just put it in their purse or something.
Nigga be looking for some extra fried fish. Hey man, the fried fish gone. These motherfuckers got this shit packed up and in the trunks of their cars already.
they brought to-go boxes with them. They already have it ready.
Yes, say, bro, I got some family members and like it's the same ones every time. We love them. But at the same time, everybody already knows. Watch such and such them, like, cause shit. When we have a gathering, like the way we do shit, like we got coolers of shit. Got like large, like super large coolers, shit that's like 5 feet long and 2 or 3 feet wide. That You got fucking smoked chicken in this one. You got fucking shit.
Ribs and brisket and
You got
sausage in there.
say ribs or because we don't do brisket too much, but you know every now and then. But like the ribs is definite. Like they have ribs smoked in one, and they got fucking a whole like a cooler full of nothing but freaking tater salad. Or, like I mean, motherfucker, we do a big. I'm gonna just say it like that. My family gets down. They puts it down. Like I'm saying, I'm sure like most black families do, but like I mean, we a large family, bro. So that's what I'm saying. We,
come through there and make their groceries for the next month.
Bro, say bro, look, people that they be making plates for people that didn't even show up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be have in their trunk. They already got their styrofoam plates. They to go box like they ready. Like it ain't no, you know, can I forget some foil? No, they got their shit ready because that's how they get down. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
I kind of respect them though. Because what pisses me off is a motherfucker that's trying to take plates and they stacking 2 and 3 of your paper plate. Hey man, you got some aluminum foil. Hey, you got in a plastic shopping bags. Say man.
You asking for too much, bro.
Yeah, motherfucker, I done already fed you and now I'm finna feed you for the next week.
Some saran wrap.
Shit, nigga, I got an ain't it, nigga. That motherfucker, she walk in your house, bro. She give everybody a hug real quick. And she going straight in the kitchen, nigga. She finna go through the pots, the oven. What y'all got? Nigga, I had some shit hid in the oven. Brittany had put me some ribs. Because a lot of time when we have gatherings here at the place, you know, like a lot of times, you know, I'll be like, man, don't worry about me. Go on, let everybody else eat. Just put me something to the side. So she had cut me like 6 ribs, basically a half a slab of ribs and put them to the side and just in the back of the oven. Nigga, she found them. Oh, here goes some extra ribs, right? I'm like, nope, that's mine. I ain't ate shit. You done already had 2 fucking, nah, get the fuck out of it. That's my shit. oh, I'm sorry, but nah, you ain't sorry. Stop digging through shit, man. I don't.
Look, everything on the damn table, but no, they
looking for the hidden.
Because they know you got shit hid. You know, every black family got some shit hid that's only for the people within the household. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I don't really have too many people come to my crib like that. I mean, when I was living in Louisiana, I used to have a few people that would come over like that, but they welcome. They, you know, like, you know, my ex-sister and, you know, they gonna go through your shit no matter what. But like, people like, I don't think like they really they ain't gonna go through all my whole house. I don't get down with you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. Hey, look here, we got some motherfuckers like that, cuz I'm telling you, nigga, I got a aunt, that motherfucker, she come this motherfucker, she got, and then she ain't got no little meal prep Tupperware bowls. Now she got them big long motherfuckers that you putting food away in your fridge. She coming this motherfucker with them. You mind if I fix some? I'm gonna take some home to your uncle and yada yada. Hey man, nigga should have came if he wanted to eat.
I mean, you know, it said like they, you know, if Uncle such and such wants something, okay, cool. But you talking about them kids that don't never want to come over here and visit and this that and, oh hell no. That make tell them motherfuckers they need to come their ass over here and say hello. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
shit. They should have brought their ass over here.
Hey, let me play this clip right here. This clip says, never forget the insanity that they created. It says, for 2 years, their fear manipulation tactics turned people against each other, turned the world upside down, and caused undeniable harm, pain, and suffering. So y'all check this montage out if y'all can watch it.
I need you to send me that. I need to send that to my dad.
Check it out. It's a montage of look, this person is using sanitizer with
joke.
mittens on.
Not social distancing. Put your mask on. Get away from me. Put it on. For freedom. Stop it. Whoa. What is going on inside your head? So this guy in Michigan came up with this idea. 6 feet apart. Oh yeah.
walking around in a bubble. Remember those dinosaur spacesuits and shit?
Get the point across.
Dumbass face shield. Like, what the fuck was that gonna do? She got a whole.
Wear it comfortably all day. Share your smile. Z-Shield wraps your face.
What was that gonna do? That dude don't look happy. Face mask, Blackberry. Take the mask off and take a bite. Take the mask off and take a bite. They had people doing yoga and bubbles. I remember that shit. This bitch got a mask on underwater. They had to play instruments with masks on. Damn, the music is loud. The
Hey,
kids.
bro, I'm not even tripping. Like I get them about covering their babies up because nigga, I
Look,
do
the
that shit.
the dogs had masks. They put masks on their pets. Go ahead, my bad, bro.
Nah, I was just saying, like, I get them covering their babies up, bro, because I remember when my kids was little, you know what I'm saying? It's something about babies, bro, and I don't mean to be mean, and I'm never disrespectful, especially like to the elderly, but I have a problem with motherfuckers, like motherfuckers that just walk up, your baby sitting in the little car seat thing on the basket or something like that, and or like you got your baby in the little car seat thing inside the back. Motherfuckers will just walk, bro. I've had people when my wife and I was in the store literally uncover my baby and oh he's so cute, oh she's so cute and rub their face like say man don't
Oh
touch my
hell
child,
no.
bro. Like
Oh
people do that
hell
shit.
no.
Like your
Nah.
child, your baby sitting in the car seat of the stroller, bro. They'll just come up and grab their hand. Oh, so cute. Oh my God. Like, no, don't touch.
Well,
Literally, don't touch my child, bro.
Michael
Because you,
Jackson was ahead of the game with that shit, though. That's how he did, right? The kids always had on masks and shit. That was way before any pandemic or anything. He was way ahead of the game. That's
Well,
how
not
he did his kids.
because he knew that that's what they was planning to do. He just didn't know when.
But look at all of this dumbass shit in this video that they had us doing, man. Look at
I ain't
this.
ever do that shit.
Look at
Bro, I
this.
ain't gonna even lie, dude. During COVID, there was a lot of times, dog, I walk in the store. Like, literally, bro, I done been out in the grocery store. We walk smooth in the grocery store, nigga, and no mask on or nothing. They come chase us down. Oh, sir, ma'am, here's a mask. We need you to put this on in here. Like, cause I really didn't give a fuck like that, bro. Like, I'm like, man, people, oh, this is serious. People are dying. I mean, I get it, man, but I just wasn't on that old hysteria ass shit. I mean, I unfortunately, the first round of COVID, I caught it, but thank God it didn't affect me like it did a lot of people. I had a really bad headache the first couple of days, and then I lost my sense of smell or taste. You know what I'm saying? For like probably like a week or so, and I just chilled out. I quarantined myself, just kind of chilled out. Like that's all I did, but.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you
But I just wasn't
when
on that shit.
yeah, well when it first came out, I ain't gonna lie, I was wearing a mask like a motherfucker. But then as time goes by and you're steadily learning new stuff and you realize like because I mean the news was telling you everything that fit for the situation at the time. You can't get an N95. Oh well, there's such and such you just get your cloth. Like they'll tell you that the only one that works is the N95, but then when they run out,
Yeah.
then
That's when I was like, come on, you guys. They was like, just wear any little old cloth mask. That's when I was like, okay. Now,
Bro,
that's
I seen them going off on people that was coming in the store. You know how some people come in the store, they was having like handkerchiefs or bandanas tied around their face. Oh, that's not a mask. You need a mask. And it's like, come on, man, they face and mouth is covered. This little blue mask that they giving people that you see people walking around with, that shit is not protecting you from nothing. All of the
At all.
particles in the air that you breathe, that shit is still coming through that little bullshit ass mask.
it ain't doing
know what I'm
shit
saying?
but
It ain't
restricting
doing
your
shit.
oxygen.
Yeah, that shit ain't
and helping
doing
you
nothing.
breathe more carbon dioxide because you breathing in your own breath and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if y'all truly care, y'all would have gave people the mask that had the filters on it that protect you from that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But they
Like
couldn't produce it.
I
That was
was
the
pulling
problem.
chemicals at the time, and our respirators that we had to wear, the canisters on there, clearly stated on the canisters, bro, it protected you from coronavirus. And like I didn't even know like this shit had been existing like way back when we was kids, nigga. It was a such thing as coronavirus.
Yeah.
No,
Like
it's not. It's far from new, but that's like pretty much any disease or virus. It's
Yeah, but
not
the
new.
point is they came out, the CDC or whoever the fuck, and said you could just wear these cloth masks. Like when they first was saying only the I-49 or whatever the hell that's grade
Yeah, the
N49 or
N95.
whatever, N95, that's the lowest grade to work. And then they was like, oh, well, we can't produce enough of this. So yeah, y'all could just wear some cloth masks. Y'all will be good with that. Just wear that. And then they was like, wear 2 masks and like, get the fuck. Get all the way the fuck out of here.
The thing I didn't understand, bro, they telling you that this virus came from Wuhan, China, and clearly on every mask, what did that shit say? Made in China.
Yeah.
So you giving me this shit from the place where the virus originated?
Like, come on. And that was the same thing with the
fuck?
masks because we couldn't produce enough of those. So they started getting them for China. So that was a whole nother thing that people were saying. And then they was like, no, we don't want to get no more stuff from them or whatever. So then they was just all the way fucked because we don't manufacture nothing. If we was manufacturing, it probably wouldn't have been a problem. They could have just ramped it up and sent them hoes out. But nope, we wasn't capable of doing that.
People was buying up alcohol like, bro, I couldn't find no alcohol no way. Luckily, one of the mechanics at the shop.
Aloe vera, cause I was like shit. If you can't find none, make your own. You know, it's just with the percentage of alcohol was like, you know, I think what 60% or I don't know, 60% alcohol or 40% alcohol and 60% aloe vera. I forget now, but however, you know, shit, you find those 2 things. And you can send it, you know, you can make your own scent if you want. You want to get, you know, vanilla scent or, you know, whatever scent you want. Put it in there, shake it up, stir it, whatever you're going to do. And now you got freaking sanitizer. But then they was making that limited. Barely could find alcohol any damn where.
Man, this mechanic at our shop, I was still pulling. Back when Corona first hit, I was still pulling chemicals I was at Quality Carriers, and one of the shop mechanics, his brother-in-law owns a distillery right here in the Clear Lake area by us, and he brought pallets of pretty much pure alcohol, like liquor from liquor, and we had a gallon jug of that. Matter of fact, we still got that fucking gallon jug of that shit. That shit there, he was like, man, yeah, that shit there straight fire. Like you feel that shit burning when you put it on, when you rub it, because we made sanitizer out of it.
You didn't even gotta have a cut. That shit hot.
That shit hot with no cuts on your hand. Like yeah. That was the real shit. We still got a half a gallon jug of that shit.
That had to be like the 30% isopropyl or something.
Nigga, I don't know. I just know that shit was hot, and when you smelt it, hey, look here, this shit was so hot when I sniffed it. That shit was like trying to take a shot of pure rum, 151 rum. That shit opened my nostrils up so fucking much.
That's that Everclear. That's that Everclear.
Man, that shit, yeah, bro. Cause I'm telling you, when you smelt it, it like opened my nostrils up, bro. I'm like, oh shit, this shit's strong. He said, yeah, that's what he told. That's what he told. He said, yeah, you don't want to drink this. Do not drink this.
Put a hole in your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. That just shows how crazy everything was. People was probably buying it whenever they would find the alcohol or whatever. They would just probably buy all of it.
Say, bro, I guarantee you there's somebody who got a house full of that shit.
Right now.
Right now.
Still right now to this day.
Toilet tissue. Probably got a house full of toilet tissue and everything else. Like, man, they going crazy over tissue. Like, god damn.
It wasn't no toilet paper for shit. It's like, how is that? It's like, how does that relate, bro? That's what I was saying the whole time. Like, how does it relate? They're like, oh man, it's a pandemic. I better buy up a bunch of toilet paper. All the toilet paper.
Shit.
Shit, motherfuckers was having fights in the damn grocery stores, bro.
For toilet paper, paper towels. I'm like, man, it ain't that serious. You run out, man. Just go hop your ass in the shower. Goddamn. Half you motherfuckers probably don't open your ass cheeks and wash your ass in between your ass cheeks anyway. You'll learn today.
You need to take a shower any damn way with your dirty ass.
Yeah. Shit.
It ain't just the shit that's dirty on your ass.
Yeah. Better find you some brown paper sacks, goddamn. Do back in the day like Pat and them used to do in the country. Rub them together, soften them up. I'm just fucking with you, Pat.
I'm like, what this motherfucker say?
They really used to use corn cobs. Did y'all know that? That's why I be making that joke all the time. They really used to use corn cobs.
Corn husk?
The husk? Corn. Oh, yeah. I said corn cobs, not that's some.
That's a different story. They using the corn cob to wipe their ass. They trying to get a feel, nigga. They try like shit. My shit still get hard or what?
Yeah.
You a little you're a little suspect, homeboy. You
a little?
Corn, yeah.
No, that ain't no little suspect. That's
putting corn cob on your. I can't even say that shit right. You putting that on your ass, nigga. You're a little suspect.
Yeah.
That ain't no little suspect to me. That's shit.
That nigga trying to get some skippity paps.
The fuck? The fuck is a skippity pap?
Oh, shit. That's what old boy be saying in them videos when them cats be fighting each other.
Yeah.
Going on now, Craig. I'll give you these skippity paps.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Check this out. This post right here says workers lost 3.7 trillion in earnings during the pandemic. Women and Generation Z saw the biggest losses. World billionaires get richer by 3.9 trillion during the pandemic. Those y'all see how those numbers are very similar there?
So all right, so what part the market if the women in what?
Generation
Z. So all of women and then anyone Gen Z, so that's what anyone that's under what 25 or
I think
let's see, no, that's probably 30 something, huh?
They're just saying they're just saying during the pandemic, women in Generation Z saw the biggest losses. They're not saying that like those are the only ones that lost. They I don't even know why
they saw the biggest losses, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I know that they're not the only ones that saw losses, but they're saying that pretty much based on the numbers, the rich and the wealthy pretty much they pretty much gathered money that would have been made by women, and like let's just say Amazon, like whatever. Like if there's women businesses or jobs that would supply or I don't know, because you think about it, like a lot of people stop working at Walmarts and Targets and different stuff like that because of the scare of getting sick or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what market would have gotten blocked off and all and
probably. It probably was all of them because the moms wanted to go home with their kids too, or had to go home with their kids because, if they got small children, they're not in school. They can't even really go to work. They screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause that shit was crazy, bro. Like my wife, she was off of work for a while, and then they ended up opening the school back up, and she was going to work, and my kids were still here, and they were still here, and they were doing the online deal. And I remember her when I wasn't at home, she was coming back and forth, like during her breaks at work. Well, she was taking extra breaks to come here to make sure that they're done and then she get off of work. It was like endlessly working pretty much, bro, because she get off of work, she got to check their assignments, make sure that they done everything. Then you got my son who needs the help of her. So it was like going back and forth doing bro. I ain't gonna even much lie to you, bro. There was times like trying to explain it to him, and he was so flustered. Like there was times I actually did his assignments. I know that's not a good thing, but it was
that
like
online shit was a fucking joke the whole time. Nobody learned nothing during that time.
Dude, my son, he got so far, like he got, and my wife was on it, but even still just not being, with things not being on the curriculum, and then fast forward going back to school, like he lost a lot. So we had to end up like getting him extra help and shit.
Yeah. So, but the overall point is workers lost 3.7 trillion, billionaires got richer 3.9 trillion, all in the same period. So it's like you could just look at those numbers and see where that 3.9 trillion came from, or most of it.
Yeah.
I guess from depending on what point of view I mean, like some people still don't know what happened. How they, lost out. What I'm saying, like, but these people at the like say Amazon, Walmart, the ones that really hit it big over the they substituted somebody's business, and because I mean that was the thing, like that's mostly what I think a lot of people that had small businesses, because I mean shit, there's probably
they pinched them out. They pinched them all the way out. Look how many restaurants didn't come back. And you know what? You know what I think? I think that this like big oil and big ag didn't get their piece of the pie, and that's what they digging in on us right now. Because the damn oil companies is making record profits this year.
Well,
the
see,
agriculture I think the agriculture, I don't think they ever really stopped, bro. I just think, but you got to remember, it was a lot of bullshit going on where you had a lot of farmers that was forced to sacrifice their fields, forced to sacrifice.
So that's the pinch. The agriculture, the companies are making money. The farmers are suffering. The farmers aren't the companies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are independents, contractor type deals.
Yeah, a lot of them did lose, but they got different things in places to supplement, their losses. But I don't know that if it's enough. Let me say that,
but the companies are selling everything at a higher price, so they still making their money and then some.
Yeah,
it's.
But the thing about it is, man, we fucked up. Like we should have. Like you got like when it comes down to like the meat and shit like that, who's the biggest players in the game? You got Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like they buy out these small farms.
It's a monopoly.
It's Tyson. They bought out all these other companies. Then you got Pilgrim's Pride. I think Tyson owns Sanderson's Farm now. I know they own Hillshire and all of that, but it's like the thing about it is, bro, like everybody moved away from the country. Everybody moved away from. There's still a few people that still go to the local farmer or rancher in their neighborhood, their community, and buy a whole cow every year. But it's not enough people, so
to support them.
Yeah, and that's why we face with the shit that we face today, because we've been tricked into this idea of living this way of life that we live, and subsequently, you know what I'm saying, the natural way of things being grown and cattle and chickens and pigs being raised is no more. You know what I'm saying? Like they're feeding them shit. Like, you know, a chicken goes from being hatched to a full grown chicken in what, a couple of weeks now?
Yeah, that shit crazy. It's retarded.
You know,
Something
and
like that. Yeah.
you think about that shit, bro. Like I used to deliver CO2. And delivering CO2, I've been all up in the woods, rural countries of America, where all of these chicken plants are at. And every chicken come in on that trailer is white feathered. Like that's and pink looking. Like that's not normal, bro. Like chickens, you know what I'm saying? That's not
The
normal.
fuck?
You go
Are
you
they
go to
cloning them? Are they 3D printing the chickens? What are they doing?
yeah, man. Like you think about that shit, bro. Because if you go on any farm, there ain't a whole lot of white chickens running around. I mean, they probably have some, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying a
they're
more
all different
natural
colors.
form. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Well,
just
that's how you know their genetics are going to be spread out. So, you know, all of them ones with the same color have the same genetics, and that's where it leads to more opportunity for diseases and infections and stuff. Like, that's how we lost the banana. You know, the banana went extinct. The popular banana, it went extinct some years ago, like in the 70s, I want to say, in the 80s. And that banana it's gone. It's gone because the way they were breeding it, and they were all cut from a real specific ass strand, and this bug got a hold to them, and they couldn't freaking it killed the whole crop, and that was it. It's a wrap, gone.
yeah, because these bananas that they sell you in the store, people think, oh, I'm eating these Chiquita bananas or Dole bananas. Like, nah, man. That's a hybrid. That's not a real banana. Real bananas have seeds all the way through. Have black seeds all the way through, and it don't even look like these bananas that they're bigger. They're bigger, they're a lot longer, they're bigger, they're wider. You know what I'm
And
saying?
and
Like
we
you
don't
can
even
still
know.
get them if you go to like certain stores, especially like on the Southwest, like at the different halal stores and places like that. Like they get the natural, the real bananas. I don't know how. I guess where they get their stuff from, but
Yeah, yeah. So like that banana strand that I'm talking about, like the flavor of it, you can whenever they have banana flavor in the States, like in the old banana candy, they still have this candy. That's the flavor of that banana, the one that's lost. It's totally different than the taste of the popular banana that we eat here in the States now.
yeah, the bananas we get now, that shit owned by what's that company we were talking about? We done a whole segment on
Fruit,
United something.
yeah, United
Banana
Fruit
Republic.
Company. Yeah, it's related to the Banana Republics because that's where that name came from. Remember that
Yes,
dude talk about, that's just
yes.
so
That's why I'm saying it. Like just being stupid. It's like Banana Republic.
like, oh, the manager at Banana Republic. That's what we talk about. Wait, look, check this out. It says the cost of raising a child through high school has risen to more than 300,000 because inflation is up 26,011, more than 9%. So, and I'm about to go school shopping tomorrow for 2 kids, and yeah. So, let me read it again. The cost of raising a child through the high school has risen to more than 300,000.
Bro. Like yeah, we just did my wife went and did school shopping last weekend, and which we didn't get everything. So like matter of fact, today we got the rest of the stuff because a lot of the stores were out of stock of certain stuff. So we were able to get some stuff online today. But yeah, bro, like yeah, the shit is crazy. School supplies, that shit is nuts. Shoes. So I'm so happy, dog. Like my kids, like, yeah. I'm so happy they wasn't on that shit like they was last year. Like last year they got all that shit, like the Jordans and this and that. My son was like, cause he still got shoes that he hadn't wore from last school year that he still fit. Like so,
Yeah,
he
well,
was like, man, I just want a brand new pair of Vans. I'm like, bet, nigga, them only like we got them on sale for like $22.
shit. Kenzie is 10 years old. She growing out of shoes so fast. She gonna be tall, I think, too.
Damn, she older than my son. He'll be 10 in May.
She growing out of shoes like crazy. She can't keep a pair of shoes for no amount of time right now. And so yeah, Anaya already went shopping a little bit earlier this week. She went to Hollister and shit, But I'm gonna keep them on a budget. I'm not gonna let them get too crazy.
Man, for school clothes this year, I told my wife $500 per kid, and to be honest with you, the bulk of it went to my daughter, cause my son, he's so finicky with like certain shit that he wear. Like he still got all them jeans. I'm like, nah, we ain't buying that nigga nothing. We bought him I think she bought him she found these shirts on sale, so I think she ended up getting him like 10 or 15 different shirts, and that shit wasn't even $30. And then she went to TJ Maxx for that, and then he he liked to wear those shorts that are like the cotton shorts, cargo style, but they're cotton. He liked that, and he got a bunch of brand new jeans in there that he ain't even worn yet that he can still fit, because she always buy him a size up. So like them motherfuckers have already been taken in and him to his lift. Yeah, so he good. The only one who really got the new shit in here is my daughter. But she a girl, she in middle school, no uniform, so she got the bulk of the clothes. But yeah, and be honest with you, I told them they blessed for that. Cause shit, nigga, when I was a kid, nigga, I got like maybe $50. I got maybe $50, $100 for school, and then got one pair of shoes for the whole fucking year. Them shoes had to last a nigga damn near the whole school year. You may got a new pair around Christmas time.
Did y'all hear this story about the cops? Hold on, let me go to this. Is they gonna let me play this?
Comes from China.
I really need to go. It won't let me.
It won't let me go. Has no sound.
Yeah, it won't let me go to the post. It's supposed to be a post here too. Okay, here we go. It says cop shoots man with hands up and hits 6 others firing into a crowd. Denver, Colorado. There was another mass shooting, however, the media did choose to ignore, which unfolded on the same day as Greenwood shooting. In lower downtown Denver, 6 innocent people were shot as a gunman opened fire into a crowd of people early that Sunday morning on July 17th. The shooters' faces weren't plastered all over the television and internet, however, because the bullets that struck 3 women and 2 men were taxpayer funded. Fortunately, all 6 of the victims survived, but this instance still qualifies as a mass shooting. Hold on, let me see. According to official definition. According to the authorities, 21-year-old Jordan Weddy allegedly brandished a gun and pointed it in the direction of several police officers as bars closed early that morning. Weddy never fired the gun, but officers certainly did, and they couldn't have cared less about the innocent lives around Weddy, which were all put in danger by their reckless actions. The newly released video shows that Weddy never pointed the gun at officers and had in fact dropped it to the ground before they opened fire on the crowd. Denver police previously said Weddy was holding the gun by the slide on the top when the officers fired, which means he couldn't even fire it. But this video proves he wasn't holding it at all. So far, the only person charged in this incident was Weddy, who currently faces 3 counts of possession of a weapon by a previous offender and 1 count of third-degree assault. What y'all think?
I think those cops was being a little premature with what they were doing.
Oh, okay. Here's the video. I knew I had something here. Hold on. It's no sound to this one either. Oh, that sucks. I swear I heard sound to this when I played this earlier. Hold on, y'all. Maybe not. Anyways, what y'all think?
Zeus.
I'm putting y'all to sleep.
Nah, I feel like they were. I mean, from what the story reads is that I guess maybe they saw him with a gun and they were a little premature with their actions. Definitely not professional in the sense of shooting into a crowd of people. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they own. I don't know, bro. That's it's fucked up. The you know, I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's out of control. The other officers just started shooting when they heard.
So we have the girl who's on the other side of the alley. We shot in the back.
I see.
So this ambulance is going to take the girl with the leg and the guy with the arm.
Okay.
And then the ambulance that's right there.
Okay.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, you would think they would be a lot more controlled than what they're doing. You know, the cops at least. I mean, I don't know, bro. What's your thoughts, Pat?
It's always tough to cover them down stories of the cops. Here, check this out. I got Trump. It says 6 drastic plans Trump is already promising for a second term. All right.
If you look at countries all throughout the world, no matter where you go, the only ones that don't have a drug problem are those that institute the death penalty for drug dealers. They're the only ones. They don't have any problem. If you look at countries
So the first
all
one,
throughout the world,
execute.
the only way you're going to remove the homeless encampments and reclaim our downtown is to open up large parcels, large tracts of relatively inexpensive land on the outer skirts of the various cities and bring in medical professionals, psychiatrists, psychologists, and drug rehab specialists and create tent cities. You have to have, they have tents right now. They're living in tents with holes in them. You don't have time to build buildings. You can do that later, but you have to get the people off the street. We have to reclaim our cities. And now you'll have people that will be taken care of. We'll have doctors, we'll have everything. The only way you're going to remove the homeless encampments, and if the radical Democrat politicians at the state, local levels refuse to protect public safety and instead turns criminals loose to prey upon the innocent, then the federal government will have no choice but to step in, not wait for the governors anymore. I was mandated, wait for the governors, but sometimes I couldn't do that. I was watching too many things happen in Minnesota. Minneapolis, what happened if we didn't send in the National Guard, they wouldn't have a city left. But you have to wait for the governors in theory. We shouldn't be doing that anymore. If a governor wants to have vast numbers of people killed and riots and all of the problems that we have, we're not going to wait any longer. We're going to pass legislation where we can immediately go in and help those people that are under siege and they have governors that don't know what they're doing. If the radical... To remove rogue bureaucrats and root out the deep state, Congress should pass groundbreaking reform, empowering the president to ensure that any federal employee who is corrupt, incompetent, or unnecessary for the job can be told, you're fired. You ever hear that? You're fired. Yeah, fired. Our current appeals process to remove these bureaucrats, people that can really be bad, they can even be thieves. You can catch them stealing large sums of money. You have to go through a 3-stage appeals process, which takes on average 5 years per stage. 15 years, you'll be gone. You'll be out of office by that time. In other words, to fire someone who is doing a bad job if the government wins will take more than a decade under the current system. To remove rogue bureaucrats across the country, we need to implement strict prohibitions on teaching inappropriate racial, sexual, and political material to America's school children in any form whatsoever. And if federal bureaucrats are going to push this radicalism, we should abolish the Department of Education. Across the country, we need to. Our goal should be same-day voting with only paper ballots. That's just like France just had. Same-day voting. We have plenty of capacity. Same-day voting.
You
with
heard the
only
man.
paper ballots. That's it.
What y'all think?
I feel him on the education part, bro. The school system and this curriculum is bullshit, bro.
So you say, what did he say? Eliminate the Department of Education?
What are they truly fucking doing for the schools? This whole No Child Left Behind shit is really hurting the kids, Chaka. Let's be real. These kids are going from elementary school to middle school, not even knowing how to spell their own fucking name, not even properly knowing how to count, or even, hell, use a telephone, a regular telephone for that matter. What are they doing? I think that shit is really hurting the kids. That's just my personal opinion. No Child Left Behind. The teachers' hands are tied. Why do you think we got teachers quitting in droves beyond the fact that they're not paid, beyond the fact that they're stressed, beyond the fact that they are mandated to teach a certain curriculum that's not even really teaching the child anything? What are they truly doing for our kids, bro?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. Let's be real. Let's take our, you know what I'm saying, the fact, you know, I just feel like, me personally,
we making the shit damn, what was for the kid, damn, it was on the tip of my tongue, and I was halfway asleep, but shit, it'll come back to me. Go ahead and say what you was saying.
my thing is, bro, and what people have to understand, you know what I'm saying, the government is too involved in our everyday lives. They already trying to tell us how to live, how we should live, what we should do, how we should think. You know what I'm saying? It's like they controlling too much. You know what I'm saying? It was never intended for them to control as much as they controlling, bro. They controlling your everyday life, and then you got board of the Department of Education that's mandating that children be taught this way. And oh, by the way, even if they are incompetent, they're not to fail. They're gonna pass. Like, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Why you think we have so many kids that are resorting to the bullshit? You know what I'm saying? They're resorting to the stupid shit that's of the world. You know what I'm saying? They're doing that shit, and then these kids come out here not knowing anything. They uneducated, and they resorting to the street life. They're being a menace to society. Then they thrown away. The book is thrown at them the first time they do something wrong.
But
Like,
they might actually be the spoiler ones.
that could be true, but they, you know, at the same time, if you truly for education, and then you understand the bullshit that the government is mandating, then, you know what I'm saying, I think you would be for eliminating that bullshit too. Like, you know,
Well, you can't just leave it without a replacement. These charter schools and these religious schools, that's what they want. They want to privatize it all so that all the money we go in there, there's no, like, average person is just screwed. People that don't have money to pay for their kid to go to a school is just screwed. You can't just eliminate it.
I'm not saying truly get rid of like public education, and maybe I'm not truly understanding the Department of Education role. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, that shit comes from taxpayers, and it's all state, you know what I'm saying, state funded, which I guess the state gets their funding from the government, in
Right.
return
They
goes to the
match.
school.
Right.
But I feel like we can still do away with that and give the states free range as far as like education, because the shit that they're teaching these kids is bullshit, bro. This whole no child left behind, like these kids, they're not educated, bro. Like they don't half these kids can't even read a fucking bullshit ass Dr. Seuss book, let alone read a fucking a 5 chapter book. Like, let's be real.
Man, I don't think it's a good idea to let a random ass state like, I don't know, New Mexico decide what the damn curriculum is. Like,
but so in other words, with you saying that, you're for the like we don't have I don't feel like we all have the answers. We all have I feel like we have an opinion, but to say that these states are, let's just say the educators, because I it almost seems like as though they're taking the power away from the teachers. They're taking these teachers that are coming out of college that, you know what I'm saying, that know how to properly teach these kids.
the teachers have no power. They treat teachers like the scum
Exactly,
under
because
the shoe.
there's a mandate on what they have to teach.
They don't pay them. They stress them out.
Think about this bullshit ass test that they make kids take every year here. Like, I'm sure every state does it, but the state of Texas, that STAR testing, that shit is not even nowhere clearly aligned with the curriculum, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they're giving this test. Like, come on, man, let the teachers teach. You know what I'm saying? You hired them based on this. Let them teach. I think the teachers should design the curriculum, in my personal opinion. Not somebody that's sitting on the board of education for the state of Texas, sending down some standardized curriculum that's not helping our kids, bro. The education in the states is shit. It's behind. We're behind every other country. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers. Just my opinion. That's how I feel. Because this whole no child, and I'm sure when they invented or created No Child Left Behind, maybe they had good intentions behind it, but that's some bullshit, bro. You got too many uneducated kids walking around here that don't know shit, that can barely read and write. I'm not saying that, this whole private school deal is the answer or this or that, because yes, true enough, majority of the people can't afford to send their kid to a school where it's gonna cost them $20,000-$30,000 a year, if not more, for their child to attend. But I feel like public education could be exceptional, but there's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
You got some great educators that are in the public schools.
Let's see, we got politicians that only care about the education that their children are getting. So there's no
Exactly.
real standard on
There's no stakes for them.
public
Yeah. The stakes is not the same for them. Their kid's gonna be good. Let's go over the list. The first one was execute drug dealers. What do y'all think about that one?
Man, bro, if they like, man, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. That shit there, I laughed at that shit. How you gonna execute drug dealers? America is a drug dealer. The fuck?
Yeah, like line everybody go to the American Medical Association and go to Pfizer and Tylenol, like all of its drugs.
Yep. The tobacco, Marlboro.
But they always make a exception for
the alcohol.
Yeah, man, that's they just want to have a reason to kill people.
Okay, what about this one? It says move homeless people to outlying tent cities.
Well, I don't know. If that's legit either. I mean, you definitely got to still have somewhere for those homeless people, stores and places for them to.
So you create a tent city and you put them on the outskirts. Who's gonna, you know what I'm saying? These folks, they're in the tent city, they're in this area. So now you need to employ people to go out there and clean. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take more tax dollars for cleaning efforts. There's gonna be more tax because they gotta have somewhere. They gotta have somewhere to use the bathroom.
Why,
They're gonna need
why
some
won't they
type of
just,
plumbing. Why won't they
man?
just build houses? All these abandoned
That's all.
buildings in these inner cities. Every city, correct me if I'm wrong, but every major city that you go to, there's some abandoned fucking warehouse that's just sitting there. That's got either a for sale sign or something, or probably don't even have that on it. The shit has been taken over by the city or by the state, and they don't even update it. They just send police out there when there's been, activity of people living inside this building. Why send them to jail for trying to get out of the weather climates? Why not look at it and say, you know what? Well, we could take and restore this shit. We could take and make rooms, get these people. You may not be able to give them a house or a home, but at least making it like an efficiency. Maybe a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. You know what I'm saying? A bathroom, a decent sized kitchen. At least a 2 aisle stove in there where they could cook something. Employ them. You know what I'm saying? All the trash. They're always talking about the trash and the storm drains being okay. Obviously, the city don't have enough workers to clean this. How about y'all employ them to clean this shit out? You know what I'm saying? It was a state. I can't remember which fucking state it is. I think it's in Arkansas, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's Arkansas. They built the community. They built the whole fucking town that it's nothing but tiny houses. It's tiny houses and it's for the homeless community. And the governor employs them, whether they're felons, whatever. They have a job. They get a job and they live in this whole community. It's a tiny home community. It is Arkansas. I was just, matter of fact, I saw that document. A lot of people sleep on that network Vice, but I watch Vice a lot. Like at night when I'm here at the house, just laying in the bed, I can't sleep. I watch Vice, and it was on Vice. There's a whole community in Arkansas. It was you can look that shit up, bro. You ain't got to take my word for it. But it's in Arkansas. There's a whole fucking damn near like the whole town is basically like on the outskirts of the town. It's like it's like a tiny home encampment, like a community, and it's for homeless. It's for people that's getting out of prison, and the governor, like they're given a job. They work. You know what I'm saying? And that is the only qualification. They have to work. And of course, no drugs in their system and stuff like that. But they're giving these people a second chance, bro.
Yeah.
They're giving them a second chance. Like, it's in the state of Arkansas, bro. Look that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not crazy. That shit was on Vice. It was one night I was up. It was like 3, 4 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. And I saw that shit. It was on Vice, bro. It was a Vice documentary. It's in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, I think I saw that shit. Hey, wait, let me get to this before I lose y'all. Like, the name of the show today is Thinking Out Loud a Prayer. What do y'all think about that? Is Thinking Out Loud a prayer?
I would say so.
So, but
like
some
the,
people
I
say
like the title.
people say you're crazy if you think out loud. If if you talk to yourself, you think out loud.
You ain't crazy, because I talk to myself all the time and I answer myself. That old saying that you can talk to yourself, but as long as you answer yourself, as long as you don't answer yourself, you okay. Nah, fuck that. I talk to myself and I answer myself. And the reason I say that it's okay because a lot of times if you truly sit down and think about the questions that you ask on a daily basis, you have the answers within you. A lot of times your question is the answer that you need.
Mm. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, man. That's it right there. What you think about it, Pat? So is thinking out loud a prayer?
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily it's a prayer. I mean, I think a prayer is
Oh, come on,
uh,
Pat.
a
I
s-
can't. I gotta hear. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna hear you out.
well, I
You
don't know.
you
I
you
mean,
you two you two your line of thinking and the way that you going with your answer does not line up with your way of thinking. In my
well,
personal opinion.
no. Listen to this thought because I have, like based on certain different perspectives, like because I mean, I look at like, all right, if you're directing that energy, to God and or to the universe for a result, you're expecting something to come from it. Yes, that's a prayer. But if you just saying some yabba dabba, some bullshit, no, that ain't no prayer. You know what I'm saying? You just saying some shit. You
Yeah,
know.
but what is that energy feeding then? If you just feel like you're saying something randomly and you're thinking out loud or whatever,
You
what is
think
that?
all you think all energy? Because I mean, of course, God is everything, and He created good, bad, whatever. Okay, so I mean, but if we're looking at this, that energy could go to good or it could go to bad. It could be positive or negative. So I mean, I would think in an instance where it's not directed toward the positive, then it goes to the negative. You empowering
Boom.
something negative.
That's it. And that's what I'm saying.
Well,
So go
I
ahead.
feel like you have to be careful, like he's saying. I agree with what you're saying now that I sat back and I listened to you. I feel like everything is an energy. And that's like I tell my kids, man, everything, like that shit is true. Everything has a reaction, everything has a consequence. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I feel like your thoughts, there's a lot of like I may not seem like it, but I'm very subconscious, I'm very religious, because there's sometimes that like I'll have an
Or
even
spiritual.
thought of, yeah, a spiritual, mm, yeah,
Yeah.
what you, because there's times that I catch myself that I'll have like a real evil fucking thought about something or someone, and that should have hit me, and I'll be like, okay, I have to literally, like, I may not say it out loud, but I'll be like, okay, Lord, forgive me. You know what I'm saying? And I even say, okay, universe, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me for that because I feel like even they say that there's power in the tongue, and that's true. But I also believe that your thoughts, I feel like all of your thoughts in some type of way is a manifestation.
It's the energy. Yeah, I mean, no,
It's
it's
an
it's it's,
energy.
it's yeah, it is. It's all energy. Cause see now, I mean, cause I guess you know the more we talk about it, because I mean, yeah, like, cause you didn't say was it a prayer to God? Cause I mean, I guess you could be a prayer to Satan. It could be a, you know what I'm saying? So really based on you know how we're looking at it. I mean, I guess you can say yeah, it is a prayer, but to what? I would have to ask.
Right. So that's why that was my point, really. That's where I wanted to get to because I just think that, we we want to be very mindful of our self-talk, right? And then the thoughts that we have when we're talking to ourselves kind of in our mind. But if we especially want to be mindful of the ones that we project. You know what I'm saying? Even when there's no one else around, like you're thinking out loud. And I talk myself through things all the time. It helps me kind of like organize my thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
well, I'm doing the same thing, but I usually probably not out loud.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of self thought, you know, I ask myself questions and I answer them. Like I go through all the process as if I'm having a conversation from self to self. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I I definitely relate on, with both of y'all. But like I said, I mean the whole thing to me, like, you know, when you first think about when you first hearing it, you thinking prayers, usually your prayers, okay, that can that's really to God. But like I said, the more we explore the thought, you know, shit, not everybody's looking for God to answer their prayers. They might be looking for Satan. There's other people, or
Other
the
entity, something
the
else.
yeah, the negative side of it, or so yeah, I would have to overall say yeah, you are.
That's like I used to get. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like I used to get so mad. A lot of times, I used to get so mad at my wife. Like when I would come to her about something, and I would ask her advice or her opinion, and me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I guess you can say I was being sensitive or being a bit. I'm thinking she just blowing the shit off, not trying to hear me. When she would be like, "Okay, I hear you, but why are you asking me?" Because at the end of the day, she like, "You already know your answer. You already know what you've already pretty much made up in your mind. What
Hmm.
is it that you're gonna do?"
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like why? And so I had to change my approach just over the years, and getting out of my feelings, thinking like, "Oh, this bitch don't," because I would
Well,
literally be like, "Oh,
well,
this bitch don't give a fuck," like you know how I do.
I would be like, you know what? you know what? Like, I was trying to involve you in my life and my thought, my processes of doing things. But since you don't want to be involved in it, I'll just go on and just do. Oh, baby, like that's gonna be that, baby. I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
Yeah,
take it there sometime.
and
Yeah,
so
sometimes
I had to start thinking about that shit, bro. And I had to realize like a lot of
she
time
wasn't lying. She probably was
she
telling
what
the.
no, she was 100% truthful. And that's the thing. I think a lot of times like somebody like myself, somebody like you, Pat, somebody like Chaka, like we already overthink shit. So we've already processed this shit. And a lot of times our character and our demeanor speaks it. So it's like I had to start changing my approach in the way it's almost like you mind fucking trying to mind fuck her. Like, you know what I'm saying? You already know what you're
Well,
gonna do, but
well,
to
no,
include
but look, no, I'm gonna tell you because I hear what you're saying because I've been there, but at the same time, like it's not a trick. Because like if I'm really asking, like, okay, have I? Because sometimes you've played it in your mind so many different times, you might be missing something. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? There's things that like that's like I'm gonna tell you, the one of my main reasons why I I have that thought of a matriarchy over a patriarchy is because like without it there's no balance.
Hmm.
So like when you don't have that female thought, because I mean it's something you gonna miss something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I call her my mama. Shit, I still like if when it come down to it, I call on my ex-wife because I mean we really like really close friends still. So it's like but just to have that female something, like they'll generate maybe a different thought that you wouldn't have had on your own or that you done played over and over in your mind that you just
You got stuck. They get you
yeah.
unstuck, and then now you get to go down a different road of thinking.
Yes. So like that's my whole thing. Yeah, I talk to my homie, I whatever. But shit, we think alike. You know what I'm saying? We probably done went over these certain thoughts, and then it's when you have that woman's. There's certain things that only a woman can pull out of you. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to have that element within your things to weigh on the scale.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, but let me ask you this. So what do y'all, when you pray though, do you feel like it's important to pray out loud, or does it make a difference?
I don't feel like it makes a difference.
It doesn't. No, I think it's the same thing. I mean, whether you, because I mean, really, vocalizing it doesn't really make it any different. Doesn't make it any more or any less. The fact that you thought it is really what empowers it. And you know, I mean, whether you make it a repetitive thing, a repetitive thought, or saying it over and over can, you know, strengthen it. But I think it weighs the same.
But people in communities tend to do their prayers out loud, and like before you eat dinner or before you eat, you know, you have a prayer, you know, or whatever it is, you know, it's tend to be done out loud.
Well, if you're sharing with others and that, you know, you want people to agree with the prayer. I mean, if you're not looking for that agreement, you know, with everybody, you know, saying you don't want to pray for everybody and just be like nobody know what the hell you was really thinking. Just like, you know, yeah, you can have that moment of silence. You saying your own prayers while you know, say everybody's saying their own, but overall, I mean, you probably will say it out loud because you're in a group, and you know, just so people know what it was. And some shit, motherfuckers just be trying to show off. Yes, sir. And yeah, we're gonna, you know, take it to the mountaintop. We're gonna, you know, you know what I'm saying? You know,
start harmonizing on you, nigga. I ain't asked you to sing, motherfucker. I asked you to pray.
You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, honestly, like, I don't think any of that stuff really makes a real difference. I mean, if I'm praying for somebody on look, like that's like on online, they tell you that, you know, on Facebook, yeah, you know, they going through something, pray for, like, I'm not about to do a type of prayer. I'm just gonna throw up the you know, the praying hands or whatever, and I would say I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I forgot, but like I do want to actually do the prayer, but I'm not gonna type it out online.
I'd be
You
afraid
know,
to ask that nigga. I'd be afraid to ask that nigga, hey Pat, man, I'm going through some shit. Can you pray for me? I'd be afraid to ask that nigga. That nigga, I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck you doing in your personal life? Well, you can't see that, nigga.
Yeah,
What the fuck wrong with
well,
why I need to?
Yeah, why you need somebody to pray for you? What?
No,
you need to fix your life.
If you ask me to pray for you, I'm just that's all I'm gonna do. But if you want to have that conversation, I'm like, well, all right, now, Deuce, let's get down to business. You know, what do we need to add and do we need to take away? You know what I'm saying? What you got going on in your life?
I slipped up. I seen this little old broad. She tempted me. The bitch, she had it all.
She gave you the monkeypox. She done crawled all over you.
Talk about I'm addicted to crack and prostitutes.
Oh damn.
Nah, fuck that. I can't do that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nigga, I had a prostitute, a lot lizard, come up to my truck. You want some company? You sure handsome. I was like, no, ma'am. She was like, oh, you said no, ma'am. You got manners. She was like, come on, let me climb up. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm all right. That motherfucker, she said, you gay or something? I said, yep.
Get the hell out. Get the hell away from me. Whatever you think.
Motherfucker there.
Yeah.
Whatever you think does not matter.
They can't know. They don't look. They don't get that much conversation out of me because look, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care who. Look, especially after I done seen the fucking dude at the bottom of my steps. No, I open my curtains with my pistol.
Hey, bro, I will. Hey, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. This some real life. This some real life shit, bro. This the God honest truth. I never forget. I had just started driving. This was in January of 2008. This was my first over the road driving job with Warner Enterprise. We was over there. We were over there. We picked up from Coca-Cola in Houston, and we were taking that load to Atlanta. We were outside. We couldn't deliver. You know, Coca-Cola, Budweiser, it's all appointment times.
Yeah.
We were at this little. It was like a little parking area over there in Atlanta at Coca-Cola. And we had like it wasn't sodas, it was like these big I didn't even know they had like kegs for soda. That's what it looked like in the trailer. That was on these plastic racks stacked all the way to the ceiling of the trailer.
Okay, nah, all right, I don't know that one.
And so like we picked this shit up from Houston. I never forget we picked this shit up off of 59 over there. There's a Coca-Cola warehouse like close where Lakewood Church is off of 59. But anyway, on we over there and now I'm training. I got a trainer. I never forget. I'm sitting in the front seat in the passenger seat because he had a Freightliner Classic and he had what they what they call it's called a laptop stand. And back in the day there wasn't no tablets and nothing like that. Like if you want it was a laptop. He had a laptop with internet access. He was asleep. And so I was up, you know what I'm saying, because he was training me to drive nights and stuff like that. So he was driving through the day. So he was asleep and I'm up front. So we parked and like a chick came to the truck, like two chicks came to the truck. I'm like, nah, we good. It, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good or whatever. I no, none of that. So I never forget, bro, this dude came up to the truck, crackhead, like, hey, say, man, you want some come? No, no, nada, yada, yada, all this shit. And I'm like, nah, my trainer heard it. He a white dude, redneck from Rolla, Missouri.
Oh,
This dude,
he was insulted.
man, he came from out the bunk. Dude at the passenger window, he came from out the bunk and came around me. All I seen was a glare of something shiny. He put that gun on that dude, bro. Man, I ain't ever seen a nigga run that fast in my life. That shit was so funny, bro. Oh my God. That shit down there broke my heart, bro. I was like, God damn, man, you scared like dude. He's like the dude took off running so bad. He was like, man, you know how to hold a gun? I said, yeah, I used to be a correctional. He said, you keep this up here. Anybody else come to this truck, you point this gun at them. I say, well, man, they gonna report the con. He was like, I don't give a fuck. I own my truck. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, he wasn't with Warner. He was with Eagle, who is affiliated with Warner. They pull Warner freight. He was like, I don't care. I'm with Eagle. You keep this up here. Anybody else come to this truck? He was like, don't roll the window, don't crack it, just point the gun at him. I'm
But
like,
see,
all right.
but look, and look, I'm gonna tell you, I usually start off like when they start now. I said, look, go away. No, look, just go. And the motherfuckers will stay down there and knock as if like you supposed to greet them and be like have a conversation. Like look, just look, y'all go ahead. Look, nah, look, I don't want nobody. I don't want no company. And bro, that's why like a lot of times when I do come to the window, like I really have an attitude. Like, look, you fucking up my sleep, and like, look, I ain't allowing none, like nobody in my truck. Period.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't start this trip out with me when I left home, hey, you ain't getting up in here. Like,
Yeah.
period.
Nah, I feel you on that, bro. And they take that shit to the like, bro. I'm telling. Then in Atlanta, like I didn't know this. Like I'm green, you know what I'm saying? And so he just so happened to wake up and where we parked at, it's in a rough area. And that's why he was like, say, man. After that, dude, he was like, look, I'm put this gun right here. He was like, anybody come to this truck. He's like, if you see somebody walk towards this truck, he's like, go on, grab that gun. He's like, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
You just never.
imagining Pat. He said it was a dude down there. It's like, nah, homeboy, I need you to move around, bro.
Yeah,
I
nah.
said I'm not interested.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually girls, but it has been a dude before. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, crackheads are persistent, man. You gotta believe that boy when he say that. When Pat say that shit, like he ain't bullshitting. Crack, they are persistent, like literally. And I'm telling you, and I don't mean to put my shit out there, but like I'm not embarrassed by this shit no more. But like I'm respectful of them because my mother was that person. You know what I'm saying? My mother was high one time, didn't even know. I didn't even know it was her. Came up to a car that I was in, trying to get at me and a cousin of mine. And then when she looked, like she just took off running, and cousin was like, bro, that's Aunt Tweety. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, nah, like, so like I'm respectful, and then that's why some of them get the conversation. Like, bro, I can't tell you how many times they done came to my truck. I know they trying to hustle up for some crack or whatever like that, and I be like, look, man, I don't want none of that. But here, you know what I'm saying? I just chunk them like a hot 20, a hot 10, and whatever I got in my pocket. Hey, here, man, I don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? But that chick that was disrespectful, she called me gay. I ain't give her shit. She asked me for a cigarette. I was like, nah, I was smoking that time. I was like, nah, I ain't got no more. This is my last one.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, like, if I'm sitting somewhere and it's daylight, I'm just kind of just sitting in the driver's seat or whatever, you know. Yeah, like I might, you know, give them $5, $10. You know, it's been like, you know, I every now and then you might catch me in a good enough mood. I'll just chunk them a 20 or something. But however, after a certain time, like that's just like coming to my
Disrespectful.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you fucking with my, you know, you fucking with my sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I feel you on that, cause my wife like that, nigga. Don't come. I tell anybody, don't come to my house unannounced. Don't come around here talking about you was just in the area and you just gonna drop by, cause her ass can be sitting in this motherfucker and you could be hitting that ring doorbell or knocking at the door and calling her phone. She ain't gonna answer. Like, nah, motherfucker, you ain't
I don't
call
like
me
that
and
either.
tell me that you was coming through. Nah. And if my son running back and forth, she gonna tell him, sit your ass down somewhere if I knock the fuck out you. like literally, like that's just how she is, bro. Like that's how she was raised. Like you don't show her out. She don't give a fuck who you is. Her sister, she know. She'll call her. Hey, look here, I'm about to come by your house. You at home? You okay? You good for some company? Like,
yeah,
that's just the same way with that truck, bro. Like it's 9, 10 o'clock at night. I got my curtains pulled, and just because you hear my truck running or you see a light, you may see the shadow, or you may see the light
yeah.
peeking through my curtains. Don't knock on
That
my
don't.
truck, man.
Yeah, they don't give you the right of way. Oh, somebody must be awake. I see a light on in there. Oh, shit. Like it's just like I don't know. This is my home. This is where I spend most of my time in this truck. So this you excuse me. You messing with my peace. You messing with like I just look. I don't look.
You violating a sacred space.
Yeah, and I understand like there's plenty of people around here that's probably looking for somebody like you to join them for the evening, you know, whether it's male
But
or female.
it's
You
not
know what I'm
that.
saying?
This is not that. This is not that.
You know what I'm saying?
Not here. Not here.
Yeah, somebody got you know, extra pork chop that they done cook and just for you when you come through. Like,
Yeah, but
that
not
ain't
over here.
Yeah, this ain't it.
That's not how we get down over here.
Well,
So how the ass on away from here.
We rolled up for pork chops and some juice.
But no, I say, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, man. There was I messed up one time and gave this chick a ride. I wasn't trying to get nothing from her or nothing, but say, bro, the lady, she's insane. Like she's totally crazy. And I drove probably about 150 miles with her in my passenger seat. So that's like 2 hours of driving, and you know, like. And you know the way she talking and the eyes blinking like she in and out of her, like, you know, her sensories is in and out. And I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it because like you have somebody in your truck, shit, that might be your last day.
Yeah. Random shit could happen, and then they people are dangerous. You know what scares me? Like I be telling my daughter all the time, like the scary movies and whatever that scares me the most is like crazy people, like people that are like insane. That scares me more than anything because that's like a real threat.
Yeah, but
you
I
can't
mean,
predict what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and also like there's times like you just gotta be on, vigilant at all times because, like, I mean, I done seen where like people getting killed at the truck stop at the freaking rest areas.
Yeah.
They done got killed because of somebody thinking that truck drivers got some special money, some freaking leprechaun money or something. So you got a
Pot of
pot of
gold
gold
in the back of the
hidden
truck.
some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just totally like senseless. Like somebody that told, oh yeah, truck drivers make that real money. They make, oh yeah, they make all kind of money. And like, bro, like it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some people, I guess it's a lot of money, but
It ain't no liquid money. How they gonna get it? They think you carry around $100,000 in your pocket everywhere you go.
They think it's like back in the day, bro. A lot of people literally think truck driving is like back in the day. Like back in the day, truck drivers used to carry a manila envelope. Like my uncle was telling me this shit because he used to drive way back in the day. Like he was driving back in the fucking 60s, late 60s, early 70s. And when he would get ready to leave Houston, he go to his shop. They didn't call it terminals. They called the shop. You go to the mechanic shop. Your truck getting ready to go. You getting ready to go. Your trailer is usually already loaded, and you go to the mechanic shop because they checking your truck out. They filling all your fluids. They putting extra oil, extra. That's back in the day when truck driving, it wasn't like today where you had roadside services. Like nigga, you had tools. The mechanics will pull your truck in the shop, check your truck, make sure you had the proper tools, make sure you had extra belts, hoses, whatever that truck may need. Like literally, you had that shit underneath your bunk in that truck, or you would have a toolbox mounted to the catwalk of the
to the
truck.
frame, yeah.
Yeah, and like he said, you walk in there. He was saying like the company that he worked for, it wasn't Palletize, it was another company. What Palletize is today, and you walk into the shop. You go to the shop. There was a dispatch window. You go there. You got your paperwork, and they hand you an envelope that had cash in it. That money was for your fuel. There on that load, while you were on that load, that money was for your fuel. That money was for your calls, because back in the day, truck stops had phone booths in them. It would either be separated, you know what I'm saying, like
Some of them still,
some
some
of them
places
still
still
had
got,
that. Yeah, like the
yeah.
TAs and Petros, the Sinclairs, some of the older Sap brothers, not the new age Sap brothers, but the old
Yeah.
school. Like, because you had to call into your dispatch and figure out where your next pickup was. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
you were picking up next,
People didn't
where
have
you were going.
when people didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, they didn't have cell
Yeah,
phones, so there was
yeah.
pay phones, or
Or
you may
even
get.
debit cards, or like these pay cards, these fuel cards
Yeah,
didn't exist like that. So
yeah,
yeah, they
and you had to know your route. You had to get that dispatcher your route, where you would be stopping at. Like you knew where you were going. You look at the map, you knew where these truck. They had like a directory of truck stops on your route. So like, say for instance, something changed on your route. You as a driver may pull into the truck stop. You go up to the fuel desk and say, "Hey, this is my sister's name. Have I had any calls?" Because back then, the truck stop attendants, if a call came in for you, they had to write your name down and all of that shit, and you would have to call into the office because either your load where you're going has changed. Now you got to take it to this customer or this or that. So a lot of people are stuck in those days and thinking truck drivers are walking around with like $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000 in their pocket like they
nah.
used to
A
have
lot
to
of these
back
people,
then.
a lot of these people wasn't around when all that stuff was happening. Just like I wasn't around to be driving during that time. That's just how some people are. Like, I mean, all they know is they want something, and or they just hearing, they done just heard somewhere that truck drivers, they just heard that they making that, the big money or whatever, and which I think is like unsafe to try to like to do to somebody, and no matter what career you're in, it's just like
somebody that just, they gonna say, "Oh, you a truck driver?" Oh yeah, they trying to come up with a devise a plan to try to get you out your shit, and I'm like, you know, I don't know karate, but I know Karaza. Go off on your ass.
Get
come around
crazy
here.
real quick.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, all I need to do is look. I got it on me, so all I need to do is cock it one time and it's on.
Yeah.
Let me play this clip.
A relationship than it is to maintain one. And the problem with our generation is we don't value relationships. We value views, we value TikToks, we value likes, but we don't value people. We walk over whoever we need to walk on to get to the top. We walk over whoever we need to walk over to get to the top. But baby, what you didn't recognize is I was a bridge you was gonna have to come back across. Slap somebody, say, don't burn me, you're gonna have to come back this way. Don't lie on me, you're gonna have to come back this way. Don't mess with me, you're gonna have to walk this mile again. Look at how much disloyalty costs. It is always more expensive.
Anyways, what y'all think?
I mean, I guess it sounds, good.
The thing is, we don't value relationships.
It's a good lesson for people to learn that you don't, just use people just because. So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I don't even care about that shit no more, bro. I'ma just be real with you. If you an adult and you don't know that shit by now, then you get what you got coming to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the business of trying to save people from themselves. Not no more. Not this day and time. Like I'm not in that business no more. Him preaching that's a good thing to preach to your congregation. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in your congregation, if they don't know what it is to burn a bridge, if they don't know what it is to be disloyal, you know what I'm saying, and don't understand the concept that person that you just fucked over, that you may need that person one day, then fuck them. They got what they got coming to them. You know what I'm saying? You trying to tell that to somebody in this day and age, you basically trying to save them from themselves. What's that? That's the video doing it?
What? I got a couple posts here. I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to play.
That doesn't draw me closer to you, because independent is the opposite of teammate. I'm dating you to see how well of a teammate you can be to me. I want somebody with an interdependent spirit. Somebody that's eager and looking for a teammate. Somebody that's been under this world and be like, I don't want to do this by myself no more. Listen, I don't want to do this as a man. I don't want to do life no more by myself. I don't want to be independent no more. I want to be able to rely and trust on another human being. I want someone to help me carry the burdens and the joys of raising children, getting a home, dealing with life and its stresses. I want someone to come home to, someone to share things with. I don't want to be an independent man no more. I want a wife. So why would I be drawing closer to a woman that preaches and takes pride in being independent?
What y'all think? Did I lose y'all?
Nah, I'm listening to you. Like, I don't know.
It's kind of random. I have one.
You take pride in what?
Which one? Wait.
The video you just played.
Oh, damn, my brain is clicking because I was about to go to something else. Independent woman. He's talking about why men don't want an independent woman. That's what he was talking about. Did you see the video where the cars were on the tracks and the train hit them? It almost kind of looked like the people did it on purpose.
I mean, let's go. What you mean the train? What you mean the train did it on purpose?
Not the train, not the train, the people. But maybe they car just broke down.
What?
Are they just dumbass just parked? They was probably trying to cross the tracks and the damn things came down behind them and in front of them and they couldn't maneuver their car out of the spot right on the tracks. So yeah, that's negligence, them being irresponsible.
Yeah, because the train has the right of way, and that's what people need to understand. A train hits you, yeah, they may settle out of court and give you a little bread, but they got the right of way at the end of the day, because the train can't stop.
Now their car is fucked up. It looked like all females. See, that's why talking about I don't need a man. If it was a man in that car, I don't think that would have happened. Somebody would have been like, bruh, chill, bruh. Chill, bruh. Just let the damn train come and then go. They got stuck on the tracks and got out of their car, and now their car all fucked up. They probably gonna have to pay damages. That's what I would think. If there's any damage to the train,
I don't know.
Ain't that how insurance works?
I don't know. In that situation, I can't be too sure on that one. I'm not sure. If nobody was in that car, they're probably just out of a car.
Anti-democratic forces threaten to overturn the country's democratic institutions to pave the way for a new military civilian dictatorship. This is not a drill. We are witnessing the death of democracy at the hands of dynastic families who have enriched themselves beyond imagination for several decades, while at the same time turning the Pakistani economy into a total basket case. Now let's get into it.
Basically, that's what's happening around the world, if you ask me. That's why I played that clip. There was the one where the guy... Hold on, I got one more that I wanted to play. It's this one.
Seu covarde, tchutchuca do Centrão. Fala comigo. Sim. Fala comigo. Vem cá, vem cá. Oxi, vai. Não, eu quero falar contigo. Tá maluco, é? Vocês estão loucos. Sai daqui, vocês vão ver.
What happened?
That was Jair Bolsonaro. I'm going to read the caption. It says, Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro was seen grabbing YouTube Wilker Leo by the collar and attempting to take his phone as Lea heckled the right-wing president, calling him a coward and a puppet of the country's centrist politicians. Local media said that following the incident, Bolsonaro agreed to speak to Leo for a few minutes about government issues.
I got you.
Yeah. Random political stuff. I think that's all I have today. I done lost all y'all, I feel like.
Nah, I'm still here, bro. Nah, I was trying to figure out, because I'm actually doing it from my phone. I could use my iPad, but I was looking at some shit on my iPad as we were.
But check this out. It says, in case you ever wondered why corporations will spend millions fighting against labor organizations, this is a This is a graph. It shows union membership and share of income going to the top 10%. What happened?
That's me. I came in on my iPad instead of my cell phone, so I can see what you're on my phone. It's like small, so going to my iPad, it makes it.
Oh, you can see it.
I can see it a lot better, seeing as I'm at the house. You know.
So on this graph, it says share of income going to the top 10%, and then it shows union membership. Now I know how they came up with that, so that's kind of a weird little mix or a graph, right? Union membership with share of income going to top 10%. Top 10%, how did you come up with that? But whatever. So, but you can see the little squiggles there. So I can see that there's some truth in this, you know. That's why there's such a crackdown on unions, you know what I'm saying? Because unions cut into profits. This basically is a graph showing the correlation between union membership and income going to the top 10%. So when the union membership is up high, then you can see that the little squiggly line of share of income going to the top 10% is up in the same little area. But then as union membership dips, then the lines separate and the share of income goes up even further to the top 10%. That's what the graph is showing.
So basically, are they saying don't join unions, or?
No, they're saying that when there's no unions, the top 10% makes more money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true, because you can see that there's a trucking company that that is a unionized company, Yellow Freight, and they have been, dude, the government has had to bail them out so many fucking times because of the fact that the unions, their drivers are unionized.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. If you can't run your company good enough to pay people a livable wage, then you're not running your company properly.
It's not that they can't, bro. It's the fact of cheap labor. You know, they wanna get away with the lowest amount that they can pay you. Man,
right.
you know what I don't understand, Checker? Like, I know so many, like, bro, I remember going to a company as a driver when I first started out. And this dude told me that he has been with the company for 33 years. He was training me. He had been with that company 33 years when he trained me. And me and him was just having a casual conversation. From that moment on, that's what got me to the point where I won't tell people what I make. Because when I told him what I made, this dude was pissed.
Yeah.
He was extremely pissed because he's like, you're making, as a new driver coming in, and I'm training you, and you don't even have years of experience under your belt. You're making what I'm making. You know what I'm saying? Which at the time was like 36 cents a mile or some shit like that. And I'm like, bro, you've been with this you done devoted 33 years of your life to this fucking company, and you're making what me just coming out of truck driving school is making? Ain't no fucking way. Like, my loyalty for that shit is like me being who I am and having a family and me always wanting to be at the top end of the earning potential. Like, ain't no fucking way I'll be here that long. You know what I'm saying? And I even talked after that. Like, he went and talked to the supervisor. He was like, I'm gonna talk to the supervisor. You don't mind? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know, and even after that, like, me and him had a conversation. I'm like, dude, why don't you leave? For your experience, you could go work somewhere and be home every day and make more than what you're making out here on the road. Oh man, I done been here so long. My retirement, I got this in retirement and 401k, and you know, I'll retire a millionaire in this. And I'm like, nigga, fuck that shit. You could roll that shit over. All 401ks are, all of your 401ks are pretty much damn near at this point in time with all of these.
Well, they can't hold it.
Roll over. They can roll it over.
They can't hold that. That's your money. They can't hold that.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to explain. He was like, I don't know about. I'm like, dude, you can roll your 401k. If you left this company and went to another company, you contact the company that's doing your 401k for the company that you're currently employed with, and they, by law, they have to roll that over. If they can't,
it's
then
your
it
money.
stays there. It's your money.
Because
They
even when
either
you,
have to cut you a check and you take the penalties.
even if you leave
or-
the company, they're gonna have to cut you a check for that.
Yeah, like
That's your
they
money.
can't. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know about that." You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like,
They
dude,
brainwash everybody into thinking, because it's that loyalty shit, and there's so many people I know that stayed with the company for 30, 40 years. It's like black people feel like that's what you're supposed to do to be successful. You stay with a company, you retire from them, and you're a successful person.
And you know what else black people believe in? And I get it, and I understand why the old heads did this. They never like I don't own like this real nice vehicle. Well, I do, but that's for my wife and my children. So that vehicle never comes to work with me. But like, you know, a lot of the old heads, you know, they would like when I would start working somewhere, they would tell me, hey man, whatever you do, don't be up here flashing what you got. Don't drive no nice car up here because they watching you. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they start retaliating against, do you realize, you know what I'm saying? I can build a case against that, or I could go somewhere else. Like I don't, but that's how a lot of them are. You know, like I don't know, bro. You know, I don't know. That shit's crazy. That whole loyalty shit. Like as a driver, you can name your price. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? You can go wherever. There's always somebody looking for a truck driver. A good one at that.
Oh, this is nice. Let me play this. I hope the music isn't messed up.
Us people. We are not in control of our destiny. We are not in control of our land base. We have had a terrible problem with trying to regain control of our destiny. First, the impact of Western diseases, taking away our self-government. Forcible citizenship in another nation called the United States of America, listed as a non-self-governing people with the United Nations. And no sense of control. I think I'd agree, and what you've really summarized is the biological and the psychological manifestations of colonialism and just a severe devastation of our people. People cannot feel that they are whole in their universe, which is the Hawaiian way of looking at the natural environment, if they have no control over their destiny. Hawaiian health, prior to the coming of the Western world, was very much focused on the spiritual in combination with the physical. Once that's severed, the Hawaiians feel that they have no control and no real place for themselves. I think that the origins of the problem stem from the fact that we are a dispossessed people. We are not in control of our destiny. We are not in control of our land base. We have had a terrible problem with trying to regain control of our destiny. First,
Yeah, man. The part about severing you from like nature. And I think we've done that as a whole, like the whole like human. We're getting further and further away from like nature, the natural world. I think we could still have all these amenities and stuff that we have and still live in a more balanced way, in a more natural way. I think we can build things, you know, that works with the environment.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, this shit's crazy, bro. Man, you know what I want to ask you?
What's that?
How was your week, man?
Oh man,
How was everything? How was
I'm
everything?
chilling.
How was your week? Were you mental? You good? I want to ask you and Pat that, bro. Like, you know.
I'm good, man. I had a good week. I worked all week. This is like my first day off. It's gonna be tomorrow.
That's what's up.
And I'm supposed to go shopping. And I'm supposed to go eat nice restaurant with Leafa.
Oh yeah, y'all going out?
Yeah, it's gonna go to Steak 48, have some dinner.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, bro. I actually been trying to reach out to her. I talked to Mama the night that the puppy situation.
Yeah.
And then I know she didn't want to talk then. Like a few days later, tried to reach out, but before that, I tried to call her and she texted, "I'll call you back." So I never heard anything. So me, I'm not like no forceful ass person. So you know, like I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know, that's just me, bro. But I've been trying to reach out to just to holler at her, see how she was doing. I actually, uh, the last time I called her, I was getting ready to come into town. It was a little bit late, probably about like 8 or probably like 7 or 8 or so. It was like the evening time when I called her, but I was gonna be back in like probably like 7 or 8, and I wanted to like swing by her place and like pick her up or whatever. And there's this spot, it's a little Mexican spot called Ruchi's. It's a little Mexican taqueria that stays open till like 2 a.m. I wanted to go by there because I hadn't seen her in a while, so I just wanted to pick her up and go have dinner and shit. She was like, "Oh, baby brother, I'm gonna call you back," and I never heard anything, so I was like, "All right, cool." You know me, man. I ain't forceful. I be in my own little world, and that's probably just a result of me being who I am. Like, it's like I don't really call people that much, and then when I call you, subconsciously, like I kind of be like, damn, answer me. I just call, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I honestly be like, well, I don't call you that much. So if I call you, answer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not calling you to waste your time. I'm calling you to check on you and just say hi, shoot the shit, shoot the breeze. God damn, she's fine. That type of shit, and but I get it, bro. But anyway, man, shit, that's what's up, bro. I really hope you guys enjoy yourself. I know that I know a lot of people go to Steak 48. I've never personally been.
Yeah, I've never been, so that's why.
Yeah, my wife and I, we be trying like other little spots and shit like that. There's so many different like spots she be sending me on like Instagram and shit like we be going to. But yeah, I never went there. But I know a lot of people have been there and they say it's pretty good. So we actually had a little birthday dinner to go to tonight. It's the first time we've been out the house since the whole thing with with the baby and stuff. So one of the kids on my son's team, his dad birthday was tonight, so we met them at this place called Pier 6 over in San Leon, and went there and had dinner with them and shot the breeze and talked and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. It was definitely really nice. Pretty cool to get out.
So how was your week?
Man, it was a pretty cool week. It was pretty cool for the most part, just trying to prepare the kids for school. My wife was kind of busy, as well as dealing with the whole situation with the said situation with the baby again, and trying to get answers and stuff like that. It was kind of stressful just being away from home and trying to make sure she's good mentally and stuff like that. But other than that, bro, it was a good week. I can't really complain. It was a pretty decent week. Yeah. It was a pretty decent week.
Yeah, I had a good week. All I was doing was working. Shit, I worked all week.
I feel you.
That's it. And I'm gonna try to enjoy the weekend. I work Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna enjoy shopping. I like to shop anyway. So
I feel you, dog. Yeah, it be kind of, I ain't gonna lie, when I'm going shopping for the kids, bro. Like I love, like I was just having this conversation with myself yesterday. I was like, man, like I love being good to my kids and making sure they have what they need and what they want and shit. And I was like, man, I spent a lot of money on these jokers here late. Like, I was just thinking to myself, like, I want to go shopping for me. Give me some new cologne, some new clothes, and shoes.
I want to get some earphones and I want a new phone, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna wait, but I really do want that.
Yeah. What kind of earphones you looking at? Like studio bass earphones?
Well, I lost my last pair and I have to get this kind of like them again because I'm addicted now. But it's like the the Bluetooth, but the sound canceling, the big ones that go over your ears.
Who are they made by, if you don't mind me asking?
Shit, I don't remember, bro. I don't be caring about them brands like that much. It might have been Sony. I like Sony a lot. I don't remember.
Yeah. You know, a brand that has truly came a long way over the years, bro, that you probably wouldn't think is a good brand, but I've listened to their headphones and the shit sounds phenomenal to me, for my ears. Skull Candy.
Yeah, I've had quite a few of those. They're okay. They're good for the price, because sometimes earphones, they can really get pricey, and it's like the quality is not really going up. You're just paying more for some, like, I don't know, some buttons or something that's on there. Like it's not that it's really better, you know. So Skull Candy is good for its price, I would say.
What about Beats?
I haven't had any Beats, but the last pair of earphones I had, they compared them to Beats. They were like the same, you know, whatever the ratings or whatever was the same. So I don't know. I never had Beats. I haven't had any Beats yet.
Have you ever heard of this company called Soundcore?
Yes, I think so. I'd have to see the logo to be sure, but I think so.
Okay. The reason I ask is because Soundcore is made by music producers and music gurus, right?
Yeah.
And so I bought their latest speaker they came out with. It's called the Motion Boom Plus. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it is a phenomenal sounding speaker. And a buddy of mine bought their earbuds not too long ago, and they're nice. Like the bass, the bass, the balance, the whole treble, like the sound clarity of them.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive like what you would think they would be. You know what I'm saying? They have these noise canceling headphones. Matter of fact, he has the earbuds, and then he has a pair of their headphones that he listens to when he lays down. The headphones, they're the they're called the Life Q35 noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
And they are badass. They got a really good high res audio and high res.
I hate that we talk about it,
Bluetooth.
because it's gonna drive me to the damn store, bro. Like, I really want to get some. Like, shit, I already been thinking about it.
They're only like I looked at them after I heard them. I looked at them online on their website, the Soundcore website, and they're all, honestly, bro, they're only $129.
Oh yeah.
They're only $129, bro, and they have, like, you can download. I think there's like an EQ app that you download for them, and the cool thing I like about them, when you take them off your ear, it automatically pauses your music or whatever you were listening to. So, like, say for instance, you're listening to a podcast or something like that, and somebody comes up to you, start talking, and you remove them from your ear, it pauses your podcast, whatever you're listening to. Yeah, like, they are, and they're really they're really comfortable. They have a really good AI. Like,
but you can only get those online. You can't go to like Best Buy and go buy them.
I don't know if Best Buy sells them. I don't know if if Soundcore has their shit in Best Buy, bro. I'm not too sure, but I do know, like, I'm not too sure if they do. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't want to tell you no, because I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because when I bought the speaker, I bought it online, so.
Yeah, man. I'm probably gonna wrap it. It's almost 2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm finna go lay my ass down too. You wrap it and lay down.
Cause
You
I
can get
don't
it on your. You can get it on my favorite website that you hate.
to my Amazon. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what? I have yet to order any. Anaya's ordered stuff on Amazon, probably through using my account, but I've never ordered anything from Amazon yet.
I think Walmart may have them, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may check out Walmart because the company that owns Soundcore is Anchor. Is a company called Anchor, and Walmart sells Anchor products. They sell all of like Anchor's earbuds, headphones, those Bluetooth speakers, and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So shit, I'm gonna wrap it, man. I think I'm gonna come on tomorrow. I'm gonna try to come on tomorrow because I work Sunday night, so I should be able to come on tonight. But I'm supposed to go to dinner, so I'm not 100% sure that's gonna happen, but it might.
I got you. I got you. That's
Yeah.
what's up, bro. Well, shit. Either way, man. I mean, I head back out to work tomorrow, so start my 6-day tour. I'll be back home next week. Probably what is that, Saturday? Well, I'll actually be off Friday. I'll be off Friday, Saturday of next
Oh,
week.
that's what I wanted to talk about, man. I really want to get that vape. When can I drive over there and mess with you on that, bro? I want to go. I really want to get that.
Like I say, yeah, my off days this coming week will be Friday, Saturday. So I'll probably be back in like Thursday evening, Thursday night. So yeah, Friday, Saturday I'll be home. I'm off Friday, Saturday, and then I leave back out on Sunday of next week.
Yeah, I don't even
So
know what I'm gonna be doing next week. So I gotta look at that and see.
I feel you. Well, shit. Either way, man, let me know. I mean, just let me know what's up. Cause I say I'll be off Friday, so I could definitely. You just let me know, and maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle. I know they have a location off of 45 right around that Alameda area. I don't know. I don't think they have one out by you. Let's see. Vapor Sense.
We'll work it out, bro, and I'll just text you on it.
All right. Yeah. They got Friendswood, Alvin. They got one in Houston, LaPorte. They got one in it's Pearland, LaPorte, Houston. The Houston one, I know where that's at. That's off of 45. They got one in Alvin, would be way too far from you. They got Friendswood, that's by me, and then they got the one that I go to all the time, which is literally like 15 minutes, 10 minutes from me. So.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Well, shit, man. You have a good night, man. Shit, I'll get up with you. Pat, have a good night, bro.
Yeah, man. Peace and love, y'all. Get y'all some rest, and we'll be back next time.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.